Y'all not gonna ever let me live that down, huh?
Nope.
You the one that said it. Come on now.
Yeah, but that's like a one-time thing, bro.
No, it
Like,
wasn't a one-time thing, bro. You did it, and now we know it's part of your history. 15 minute.
Hey,
yo,
some of us could, be sprinters. Some of us could only be joggers. You know what I'm saying? But at some point, if you're a jogger, your goal is to be a sprinter. And speaking of being a sprinter, welcome to episode 5,
yo,
man. It
what?
feels like we've been
What?
running. It feels like we've been running through these episodes, man. Episode 5. Welcome back. Happy New Year's, ladies and gentlemen. The
Happy
Lack of
New
Control
Year. Facts.
podcast with Lou, Armani, and Khalil. Yo, Happy New Year's, fellas.
Facts.
Feliz
Facts.
Novio's.
Oh my
One
God.
more
Here we
time.
go.
Feliz años.
There you go. All right. That's better. I'm like, damn, why are you
Wow.
being disrespectful?
For the Dominican speakers out there, Armani is trying to tap into his ancestry a little bit there. So we
God,
we
oh,
we apologize for his mispronunciation. No worry, no worry. Some things
his
some things you're just not natural at, man. Like I have
Something like a
natural
Yano
accent.
Sabo kid
You know
out
what I'm
here.
saying? I naturally got a good patois accent. It's just a natural thing. You see, you on the other hand,
it's a
you ain't
natural
got that.
thing.
You don't
Oh
speak
yeah.
patois. Me, you,
You
them.
you you give me like French Wemby vibes the way you speaking right now. Like
What?
you sound like Yabusele. Like if I knew what he sounded like, you sound like you would be Gershon Yabusele.
Bon clot. Bon clot.
I don't know if that's what he sounds like.
I don't know either, but I
I
feel
don't know
like
what the
if
fuck
he
he
did
sounds like, if
sound
I'm
like
gonna be honest.
if he had a voice, I would say that's what he sounded like.
Well, let's hope he does have a voice.
Anyways, we're gonna go
Hey,
straight
yo,
right
who's
into
thicker,
it,
Yabusele
man.
or Kyle Lowry?
What?
Whoa, thicker and what kind of
Like,
question?
pause. Not like y'all know what I'm trying.
Nah, bro, you don't lead the conversation like that. Like, who's
Damn, bro.
thicker?
You just
No,
you
For
like,
just you just finish exposing yourself to the good
wow.
folks here
Hey,
that are
are you
no,
listening to
bro.
moving?
the
Like,
Are
podcast.
you moving straight on to that next question
when I
about the
say
group?
thick, I don't mean like booty thick. I mean like muscle thick type shit.
No, because I would never refer to another guy and be like, "Yo, you thick, bro," and talk about his muscle. Like,
I
nah,
I
that's
I must have I gotta agree with Khalil there.
You don't tell your homies you getting thick.
no.
Alrighty, episode 5. Let's get this rolling.
Yeah. What
This,
I can't stand,
come
yo.
on,
I can't
Smokey.
stand when I'm outside and someone's talking on their phone in a public setting and I can hear the whole entire conversation.
Imagine walking by out in public, hearing a conversation of Armani on the phone, saying like, "Yeah, bro, I just saw my homie the other day. Boy was getting thick on me."
Yeah, man, you don't know what you're gonna walk into, man. Like that, some conversations we just don't need to be hearing. However you feel, whoever you think is looking thick today, just do that in your Bluetooth. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
Or like maybe in your private room type
Now y'all
shit.
trying to
Like,
make me look crazy.
hey,
See,
well, I mean, the statement or the question you made was crazy.
it was a meme. That's a meme. I
that's
know
a
Well,
y'all seen
meme.
the meme.
it's not a
So
meme. I'm hip on.
to be clear, our co-host here, Mr. Armani, is referring to Kyle Lowry compared to Gershon Yabusele of the New York Knicks, and he's trying to figure out which one of the two men NBA players are thicker. Now,
But you
could you
gotta add
elaborate a little
context.
bit more?
Context.
Yeah, go ahead, add context, because we didn't get the context when we were briefed just a minute ago.
Yeah. Nah, to add context. I ain't talking about on no femboy stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like on some. They
No, I
got
don't
they got
know.
they got some meat on them. Pause. Like they got some. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
man,
This is
guy's
not
just
getting
digging
any
himself
better.
more.
They
Yeah,
some big
It's not
boys.
getting
digging
any
himself
better.
into a
It's
deeper hole.
It's not getting
Um,
any better at all. Oh gosh.
Hopefully not the thick hole, if you know what I'm
Uh
saying, according to
man.
Armani standards.
I don't know
All
what
Um,
kind
right.
of thick you're asking for anymore at this point. I'm actually afraid to even ask. So yeah.
Like you ever had those big boned homies like oh pause damn never mind let's
Yo,
just move
this
on.
what
Godly
is
man,
going on,
that's
yo?
strike 3 for you. You are out, sir. You are
Yo,
out.
dude, you might not make it to the end of the
Yeah,
video.
I don't know, man. We might have to mute you. We
Yo,
might have to mute you.
what
Oh
is going
hell
on?
no. Hell
Yo,
Yeah,
no.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right, I
cooked.
guess
All right, let's move on.
we gonna move on. We go, yo. So with that being said, what's something you'd only admit in a group chat, but you wouldn't have a screenshot of? We are money. We
what
already
we
know
all,
what boat.
yeah, I was
Yeah,
I was just about
we
to say.
already we already know where you at. So Lou, that's gonna be for you.
Oh man. Honestly, I don't even know, man. I'm like I've been trying to think of how to answer this, and I just can't. I'm like stuck. Um, uh, I like
He watched gay porn.
this fucking guy, bro.
Yo, Armani is on one today.
I thought we were supposed. It wasn't supposed to come out of the group chat. Remember?
Oh, type shit, type shit.
Hey
God
You
damn
man,
it,
right.
this
man.
is lack of control.
Um,
Our listeners are already here active. They want to know what's this podcast about.
Nah, I mean, since Armani was on the conversation of thick, right?
Mm.
Relax, twist here. Don't get excited. Um, that and I think I've said it out loud too to you guys that I like thicker girls. I like me some bigger set females. I
Mm.
don't, I don't judge.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And I think I've
Everyone needs
shared my
love.
yeah, and I think I've given a fair share of visual images for you guys to understand.
Can I
Yeah,
ask you
we
a
don't. We
question?
oh
With
man,
time, the listeners will get more
I,
in tune with my
Like, is that like a preference? Like, that's your preference thing, or are you saying like, oh, you just open to it type shit?
Nah, I'm just like I'm cool with it. Like I don't mind it. It's not something that I'm aiming for, but you know what I mean. Like,
Mm.
ain't nothing wrong with some meat on your bones.
Type. Because I thought
Yeah.
you, I ain't gonna lie. What I was gonna get at if you was like, yeah, that's my preference. That's what I want. Type shit. I was gonna be like, okay, like, do you ever force feed your girl? You know what I'm saying? To get her to that.
No.
Okay, good.
No.
force feed is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Isn't that like
This
a
sandwich,
eating
bitch.
disorder? That's an eating disorder, right? When you try to feed yourself to look a
What to
certain
get
way.
big?
Yeah,
I
to
mean,
get
yeah, I
big.
guess. Yeah.
Isn't that what we just call obesity? Am I bugging? Is that not what that
Nah,
is?
but I think obese people want to be obese. Like, you want to eat. But if you forcing
Yeah.
yourself, you don't really want to eat, but you just trying to get thick type shit. Like, nah, that's an eating disorder.
Is that what it is when you're obese? Like you just want to eat? Like I thought.
At least in
Yeah,
my
You,
mind,
you just can't
yeah, that's
stop
true.
eating.
That's true. You just can't stop
like it's
eating.
an
Yeah, that's true.
addiction.
Dang. So what you saying, Lou, is you looking for like yourself like a one that's not obese. I don't like to eat.
Yeah, we're not speaking, that she's gonna be on my 600-pound life,
Mm.
season 6, if they're even there yet.
Hey,
But
damn.
you know what I mean? Like I'm saying, like, the heavy set ones that are, they
So we
gotta
talking
have it,
about
gotta have
Lizzo,
beautiful face. Yeah, bro. Like Lizzo before
Queen
she lost the weight.
Latifah,
Yeah,
Moesha. Okay,
Lizzo before she lost the weight, bro. She still could get it, man.
I ain't gonna
Damn.
lie, my boy. That's crazy work. But hey, to
Hey,
each his own.
I don't give a fuck.
To each his own.
Different strokes for
Khalil, why you
different
so
folks,
quiet, bruh?
baby.
Yeah, I'm just because at first I was trying to figure out if I should answer the question myself, but then I thought to myself, I don't think I may have
Oh,
anything
that
that
boy
I can
Wi-Fi
think.
went out.
I don't think there's
Yeah.
anything else I can think of. Nah.
If you don't have one, then it's all good. The world now knows.
You watch gay
The-
porn, he watch midget porn. All right, next.
oh my god.
This
Yo,
guy.
yo, Armani is on a topic today.
Yeah,
Interesting topic.
yeah. I don't know, man.
Man,
This could also be a intervention if needed.
Mm-mm. Type shit.
If needed.
I'm
We're here
just
for
saying,
you.
man, if there's something that you need to say, man, just say it loudly and proudly
Who?
and grab your flag.
Who?
That you you
Bro, I
you
already told y'all. If I was gay, bro, I would be
I
a
was talking
proud
about
gay nigga.
Dominican, bro. I was
But
talking
I'm
about
not.
being
Oh,
Dominican.
oh, oh, oh,
Whoa,
oh.
relax. Oh my
But I'm
God.
not
What,
gay.
Yo, bro, this fucking guy, bro.
So it's like
what are you talking about? I was talking about being Dominican, bro.
I physically can't
I
like.
even said grab your flag too, like your
No,
Dominican
I thought
flag,
you
bro.
meant like the
Like
gay flag. type shit.
Nah,
The
bro.
rainbow.
See,
My bad.
what's going on, bro?
Yo,
Let's go. What's going on?
I,
fair, so it can be thrown out there. We're allies, okay? We are allies. Just so everyone is aware, okay? We do not judge. We do not
allies,
um
the United Nations. That's what you
Yo,
talking
with
about?
yeah, allies to the United Nations. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. To United.
with
We're all
that
united
being
under the
said,
same nation, under God.
with that being said, because Armani's got all kinds of things. If Karma runs a direct deposit, are you in a positive or in an overdraft right now, Armani?
I ain't gonna lie,
Yeah.
my shit definitely overdraft. I'm
Damn,
def
Karma about to
like
hit you.
actually no. Okay, okay. In life, okay, actually no. I think I'm dead at zero. I'm just dead broke. Honestly,
You
I'm
broke
dead
even.
broke. Yeah, I'm dead even. Like I feel like I've done a lot of good, and I wouldn't say I've done a lot of bad. I just done a lot of not lying, but not telling the full truth.
You're
You know what I'm
fibbing out
saying?
here.
So
You're out here fibbing.
fibbing?
So yeah,
Yeah,
man,
fib.
fibbing. You ain't never
You
heard
ever?
fibbing before?
Nah,
What?
It's all good.
that's some old dude stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's definitely kidding. He's fibbing.
What's a fibbing? FIB?
Yeah, fib.
Yes, a fib.
Bro, that sound weird. I don't even want to say that word. Nah,
All
that
right,
fib. You're
bro.
fibbing.
You
It
don't
sounds
want to
like you're.
say that word, but you're okay with asking if your homeboys are thick. But
Bro,
anyways,
see, y'all love putting
anyways,
me out of context, bro. That's a problem, bro.
yeah, fib is
That's
a
not what we
word,
gonna do
bro.
today, bro.
Fib is not like some technical term. Like that's what a lie is. It's a fib. How have you never heard? Man, I don't
That's
understand.
I ain't gonna lie. That's maybe my head is just in the gutter, but that sounds very sexual. Yeah, we're just fibbing. Like, nigga, what?
Yeah, we're
But
just lying. That's what that would be.
only you, bro. Only you.
Only you, bro. Only you, for real.
Anyways, yeah, I'm
Yo.
dead even. I'm dead even. To answer your question, I don't think I'm positive. I don't think I'm negative. But if you were to ask my cohorts or people that know me, they probably would say I'm in the positive type shit. So
Mm. Positive, you say. All right, all right.
yeah,
That's not. I thought that was a funny question when I had seen it, honestly, because I was thinking to myself, like, damn, how many things have you probably done in life, all of us, and probably think like, damn, if karma's probably coming around to the other person, or like, we obviously we do sales. We ain't gonna talk about type of sales we do,
exactly. That's
but
why I said that.
y'all know we do
Exactly.
sales. You know what I'm saying? So I just be thinking to myself, like, damn, all these people out here that just be doing other people dirty. Like karma gonna be hitting their ass hard, especially with customers that just be either talking bad about us or just in general. Man, karma working full
But
swing.
I don't think we're necessarily bad. Like salespeople, we just have a way with words. You know what I mean? And we just have a way with words. We just know how to spin things to benefit us and benefit the customer, of course. So yeah, nah, it's not
Yeah,
that bad.
yeah,
Lou, you agree with me, right?
yeah,
All
yeah.
right, last question for
That's
y'all
why I
boys.
said it. I was like,
La,
yeah.
last question. Would you rather relive your most embarrassing moment on a loop or your most toxic relationship?
Oh, bro, put me my embarrassing moment on a loop.
What?
Yeah,
Really?
whatever
Interesting.
that
It must
embarrassing
have not.
moment is, I'm
It
pretty
must have
sure it
not been
was.
very embarrassing then.
Uh, you know, I could I could live and go through a moment of being embarrassed, but think about it, a toxic relationship, like, brother, nah, I'm good. I ain't trying
You
to deal with
gotta
that
you gotta live
stress.
that embarrassing moment on a loop though every single day of your
That's
life. Well, I guess.
fine. That's fine.
Damn, damn.
That's
All
fine.
right.
You sleep, bro. I'm taking a toxic relationship any day. I ain't gonna lie.
That just says everything I need to know about him.
No, no, no. See, you ain't even let me cook, bro. Let
What
me cook. I'm in
context
the
I need
kitchen.
for that one? What context do I need? You just
I'm
answered the
What are you
question.
possibly gonna cook here?
because
Please.
life is all about pros and cons, right? And
Hmm.
I think with an embarrassing moment, there's nothing but cons in that. There's nothing but BS, people laughing at you, you feeling bad about yourself, whatever. But in a toxic relationship, though, yes, it is toxic. However, There's some pros that come with it. There's some perks, like toxic relationships. Let's be honest. The extracurricular activities be lit. Hey, let's call a spade a spade, bro. Am I wrong?
Extracurricular activities? You talking about in bed? Nigga, what we let's get straight to it. This is the Out of Control podcast. What are we talking about extracurricular activities?
It don't be lit in a toxic relationship, bro.
Eh, I wouldn't say that's like a top thing that ought to come out of a toxic relationship.
No, a toxic relationship is toxic. It's not good no matter what. But what I'm trying to get at is there's good things that may come out of it, or that you may get out of it, at least.
So
So
you're basically implying that out of a toxic relationship, one of the pros is good sex.
that's one of the pros, right? And then
Well, let's
when
hope.
times are
That's it.
good,
That's
times
if
are
that's
good.
if it's not that toxic to the point that the sex life has gone to shit.
Oh, at
So
that
so
point, y'all just hate each other. At that point,
so
Well,
y'all
I
so
guess
genuinely
yeah.
hate each other.
so at that point, are you man? So at that point, you're pretty simple minded. Then you're only there really just for the sex.
No, 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 no. The question is embarrassing moment or toxic relationship. I ain't gonna say I'm toxic and I'm gonna stay in a toxic relationship. I'm
You
just
would
saying
live
I'd
with
rather
that
have
though.
that. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
I'd
That's
rather have
fair. That's fair. I'm gonna have to go with Lou though. I'm gonna go with Lou said though. I'd rather live the embarrassing moment on a loop. I ain't no way I'm gonna be in a
Yeah.
toxic relationship. I might just commit suicide. Sorry. You crazy. No way.
I don't wanna be
Wait,
alone.
on a loop
Don't
for
let
how
them.
long though?
It didn't say for how long. The question was just on a loop or most toxic
Like
relationship.
for eternity?
I'm assuming that's what eternity. Yeah, a loop just means forever and forever.
And you're just gonna live out your embarrassing moment time after time after time after time after time?
I guess, after some
Time
time, would it
after
really be
time.
embarrassing anymore?
So
Yeah,
after some
it's just
time,
like
is
a
the
part of
relationship
your.
toxic or
It's
is
just
it
part of your
normal?
life. It's just something that just happens day
Ah,
by
that's a good
day. You
question.
just
I see what
expect
you
it.
did there, Armani. But if it's a toxic relationship from the start, most likely it's going to be a toxic relationship from the end.
How toxic are we talking though?
I mean, toxic is toxic, man. Anything that you don't agree with.
There's different
Would
levels of toxic. There's like, oh, we
I
argue
mean,
toxic, and then there's I want to kill you toxic.
no, I would argue the first one is toxic and the second one is a serial killer or maybe a murderer. That's what I
Yeah,
would
that's
argue.
facts.
That's
That's
not
facts.
toxic. That's dangerous.
Nah, true, 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 true. You got a point.
But speaking of dangerous, because we gonna move on out of toxic and take it over to another toxic era over in the NFL. A lot of firings. A lot of firings. If
Ooh, we're hot.
Mm.
We're hot, baby. We're hot.
let's go down the list of firings. So we already know one of
Hit
our
us. Hit
fan
us.
favorites, Pete Carroll, out as head coach.
Old
No.
Stefanski, out as head coach.
trash.
And then Jonathan Gannon out in Arizona, which I
Who?
was talking to you guys about. You can't see, that's what I said.
Exactly.
Exactly. Well, I don't know the last time the Cardinals have been relevant. And to be honest with you, I forgot Kyler Murray was even on that team, let alone in the league still. But that's
Hey, don't
another
do my dog
segment.
Kyler like that, man.
Whatever you say, whatever you say. But we're gonna go straight right into it, man. AFC, NFC, we got the playoffs going on. Yo, Lou, set some light on NFL, bro. That's your subject.
My subject. I mean,
Yeah.
Why is that his subject?
yeah, I know, right?
Well, because you can't run over. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do it. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about it.
let's not do it.
I ain't gonna do it.
Because
Anyways,
you know
Lou,
I'm
go
gonna make
ahead.
Um.
my case.
Uh. No, but
Lou,
I mean,
as you
I think the playoffs are. We got some pretty intriguing matchups. We have games that that are. I think from the start, from the wild card, starting from the first round, the wild card round, I think that we have fun, exciting football. I would say, and I think it's safe to say, you guys should probably agree, would be that I think the only matchup there that's a little bit kind of like, we kind of could see it being one-sided would be that Panthers Rams game. Um, I see that game being a blowout. Almost every other game though could possibly be a very close game down to the wire. Goes down to a kick to finish it off. Um, but yeah, man. I mean, yeah, I don't really have much else to really hone in on the playoffs as a whole. I mean, I'm ready. The
I mean, we
Saturday.
can run
Honestly,
through.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I think I see another one-sided matchup.
Which one?
Houston
Ah,
and Pittsburgh.
You see, I mean, I was thinking about that one, but I just think that when it comes at the end of the day, bro, it's playoff football. We know how Aaron Rodgers is come playoff football. They're going to get DK back. Um, so I don't know. I see that game being a little bit more of competitive than people think.
yeah, but you really can't count out that boy CJ Stroud though.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
I think
It's
that
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 Houston
series, that
defense
game is
for
going
me.
to be, yeah, that game's going to be a defensive game. So it's whose defense is going to come out ready to swing.
You think old
Yeah.
ass Aaron Rodgers could really compete with that defense as of now?
It's not about the fact of, if anything, his age is the reason why he could. Not it's not it's not about the physicality of it. It's about the mental aspect of that
I'm gonna have to give
of
it
that
to
game.
the Houston. I'm gonna have to give it to the Houston when it comes to their team. I mean, it is gonna be a defensive game both sides, but I think just I hate saying this as I usually always do, but it's just football. They are a little bit younger. Think
Yeah, Houston.
yeah,
Yeah,
Houston's a
Yeah.
bit younger. I think that might play a little bit of a factor. I mean, fuck, what's his name again? Freaking D tackle. I was just talking about him yesterday. His old ass is like damn near pushing what 36,
On
37, I think
Houston?
it was. Yeah, no, not on Houston, on the
Oh, you
Steelers.
talking about Cam Hayward?
Yeah, you know what I'm
yeah, but
saying? Like, but
he's still producing though.
yeah, he's still producing.
He's still
Yeah, he's still
producing.
producing. I,
You still got TJ Watt.
I'm not
I'm
gonna
just
lie,
Uh,
saying.
bro. I like
I'm
Will
just
Anderson Jr. He's my favorite player in that out of both teams. Like how dynamic and how athletic he is, bro. Like his IQ is second to none, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie, Will Anderson Jr. is gonna. I think he's gonna have a big impact when it comes to limiting Aaron Rodgers for sure.
well, let's hope that O line's gonna have to be on their A game against them. That's for sure. Because I mean, they that D line from Houston is pretty stacked. I mean, the linebackers too. I mean, yeah, they got to be on their p's and q's for sure. They got to protect the old man, Raj,
oh man, Raj.
Man,
Aaron
I'm so
Raj.
pissed that Denver ended up beating the Chargers, bro. Like I was actually an honorary Chargers fan yesterday, and they let me down, bro. I wanted that one seed so bad. Like, damn.
You weren't gonna get that 1 seed, bro. Denver wanted it. They wanted that first round bye. Sean Payton wanted that. He made that a point of emphasis, I'm sure, in that locker room and throughout the week of practice. They wanted to get
Now,
that first round bye.
big question is, do you really think that the Jags can beat the Bills?
That's gonna be a good game, but I ain't gonna lie.
I want to say yeah, the Bills, but the way the Jags been playing,
Yeah, they're hot at the right moment, bro.
yeah, it's kind of tough. I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like this is the year for the Bills, like we were saying earlier. You know, if ever the year to do it, this is the year to do it. But Jacksonville is just they're not going to sleep fast. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they're going to be fighting. I think they actually right now the matchup predicted actually they're favored, believe it or not, over the Bills. That's
Yeah,
probably
in
Really?
because
terms
of
of an
record.
all-around team, I think the
Yeah, they're
Jags are a
favored
better team.
based on
Where? Really?
Yeah.
ESPN
I'm
analytics.
looking at on ESPN right now, and it has the
Says
Buffalo favored.
Jacksonville says Jacksonville 51.2 on the ESPN app at least.
Oh no, but I think you're looking at the money. You're looking at the total of points. If you look at the actual the
Odds.
actual game, the Bills are minus.
Oh yeah, I'm not looking at the game odds. No, I'm looking at the matchup predictor by like the analytics. Apparently,
Oh, okay,
that's
okay,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm
I
guessing.
mean,
I'm assuming they're doing that based off of you got Trevor Lawrence. He's got more passing yardage over Josh Allen.
yeah,
They
yeah.
do have a little bit more wide receiver yardage as well. So I think that's probably what they're basing a majority off of is just main off the numbers and stats. But I do agree that the Bills are favored, obviously over the Jags, but according to the analytics, the Jags are favored by a little bit more.
Hey, we get the once these games are over with this weekend, then we get to see if we get a rematch of that Bills Patriots game
Facts.
for the second
Bruh,
round.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm rooting for the Jags heavy, bruh. I'm not trying to play Josh Allen. Even though I know he be choking in the playoffs.
You see,
That boy
you
is
you
scared,
be
yo.
No,
knowing,
I'm not
you be
scared. I'm
knowing.
just I'm just
No,
saying.
we know what it is. I mean, if in NFL, first of all, it's hard to beat. It's hard to beat a team more than once. I mean, sorry, meet them lose that often, but it's harder to beat them more than once. I hear you. To have to do it in the playoffs and the Josh Allen in the playoffs, he's already gonna be hungry. So yeah, I
But I
don't
ain't
blame
gonna
you.
lie, that boy be choking. So I mean, then again, he could end up still
Yeah,
somehow, some
but
way
then again,
They
losing.
could
look at
lose to
it.
the Jags.
You're talking about him choking, but look at the teams that he's lost to.
That's
It ain't like
irrelevant.
he
If you're choking, you're
it ain't
choking.
like he was losing against the in the first round against the Jags. It wasn't like he was losing in the first round against the Texans or the Steelers, during that run. He was losing always if it wasn't against Kansas City, it was usually always against Baltimore. So it's not like and those teams were overall those teams were always better than Buffalo, always on paper at least.
Yeah, I
I
think
So
don't know.
I
Buffalo
wouldn't
might
necessarily
flip
say he
flip
choked.
the
Chiefs,
first.
Chiefs low key they've been on thin ice the past few years with their roster. I ain't gonna lie. But
Well,
I see what you mean
sure,
though. I see what you
sure,
mean.
but I mean, that was just Andy Reid out coaching. I don't think it was like a Josh Allen thing. I think it was just Andy Reid out coaching Sean McDermott during those like questionable roster years with Kansas City, and they still beating the Bills come playoff time. But Well, let me ask you guys, what's your most intriguing matchup this weekend for the NFC?
NFC most interesting is probably going to be the
I'm
Bears
gonna
and the
say,
Packers.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, yeah, I agree too.
I ain't gonna lie.
That
I'm
game
saying
should be fun.
Phillies 49ers. I ain't gonna lie.
I was gonna say Philly and 49ers as well, but the 49ers did just recently lose that last game, which I was surprised on. Didn't they? Yeah, they lost to Seahawks. Yeah. I'm not bugging. So
Yeah, they
Yeah,
like,
didn't.
I mean the best
I,
team in the NFC. I mean
they
they got their first
true,
place.
but if they can't beat them then like there may be it's probably a slim chance that they're gonna be able to beat them later. And if they couldn't beat the Eagles, I mean, sorry, if they couldn't beat the Seahawks, then I don't know. They might have trouble against the Eagles come
Shit, I don't
playoff
know.
time.
If they can manage to get put pressure on Jalen Hurts, they might actually have a chance. I mean, the Eagles have not looked good at all this year. I don't care what anyone says. No one's going to convince me otherwise. You could pull up numbers, you could pull up efficiency shit like that hasn't translated to the winning ways as we were used to seeing or that we've been used to seeing the
It
last
was just
2
last.
3
It was just
years.
last year. They just won last
No,
year,
I
so
know, but I mean, they've been competing though, and they've been at the top of at the top of the league the last 2 3 years
yeah.
overall.
But they
This
did have.
year, nah.
And
I
I
get that,
think
but I
the
hear what
loss
you're
of
saying.
I ain't gonna lie, the loss of Kellen Moore really affected them. I'm not gonna lie. Like I didn't think Kellen Moore leaving
Yeah, I
was
didn't
gonna
think
affect
either.
them just as much as they did. But I ain't gonna lie, like when I watch the Saints and I see that offense, even though the Saints are a bad team, like when you just watch the offense and the play calling, it's like, yeah, the Eagles could really use Kellen Moore and his creativity right now. So
I truly think that you give Kellen Moore weapons, and clearly I think the Saints still are not set in stone with the quarterback. I don't think Tyler Shuck is 100% the go-to guy moving forward in that for the future of that team. I mean, and if it is right, you hope and pray for the development of him as a quarterback, and you got to bring in more pieces. You have to build that team
oh
from the
yeah, for
ground up
sure.
again. You got to let go of Alvin Kamara. You already let go of Shaheed. So you bring him weapons, and I mean, I think that Kellen Moore could do something over there in New Orleans if they do the rebuild the right way. So just I guess
I
on the
agree.
topic of Kellen Moore. But yeah, that Bears Packers game should be fun. I think that game's going to be really fun. Um, I want to see how Ben
I
Johnson
think that might be
does.
another high scoring game, honestly.
It might be. That might be more
I'm
of
really
an
not a
offensive
believer in
based
the
game.
Packers, bro. I'm
I
not.
don't I don't either. I think the Bears are gonna come out and win that game, but I still do believe it's gonna be a high scoring game though.
I don't believe in the Packers because I mean, you don't have Micah. You don't have no one on defense that you could really rely on.
At all.
So
Is
I mean,
Jordan
At all.
Love a guy that could take you to the Super Bowl?
We're about to find out.
Because I
well, I mean,
honestly, as of right now,
I don't think they
I'm
have
gonna
the
lean.
pieces offensively though.
You said
That's
they don't.
they don't. I don't think that the wide receiver room. I don't think it's convincing. to take you to the Super Bowl.
I agree. I agree with that.
Their tight end got hurt too, right? And then is now out for the year. What's his name?
Yeah.
Isn't it Tucker Craft? Am I bugging?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think it is Tucker Craft.
But
Either way,
even
but
the tight end's
their
not a
tight end,
big
yeah.
name guy.
Well, I mean,
He's
he was balling. He was playing really good for him before he got hurt. Yeah, it was Tucker Craft. Yeah, he was playing really good for him. Like they were. That's when they were going on that run. They had just. I'm pretty sure they had just picked up Micah. They were on a tear. They were playing really well, and then once he went down, their season has been rocky. Jordan Love has been rocky with it when it comes to his availability because of injuries. So I mean, I think you give him better weapons when it comes for him to have to throw to. Um, and then I think it might be time to start looking at a a secondary option
yeah.
post Josh Jacobs. Just think he's
Yeah.
getting up there in age too. You know what I'm saying? Like he's good to have on your team, but you got to have somebody else, you know, up and coming that could take over that reign once it's time to let go of Josh Jacobs.
How old is he now? Josh is what, 29, 30?
He's probably like 30 something. I'm
You
sure.
gotta be like 31,
Yeah,
32.
he's been in the league for a little bit. Wow, we're way
But I ain't
off.
gonna lie,
He's
like with the
27.
Packers, bro, I feel like
sorry,
Matt LaFleur,
sorry,
he's been
Josh.
masking. Oh, you said what? My bad.
I was about
No,
to
I'm
say, I
saying
didn't
he's
think he was
27.
that old.
He's 27.
Josh Jacobs?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Damn.
I didn't think he
yeah.
was that old.
Sorry,
So I was
Josh.
thinking 29,
I feel
30.
like he's been in the league for a
I know.
decade.
I
Is it
know.
because he was injured though, wasn't he? He got injured.
He's been hurt a couple times throughout his career.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe that's what it is. I feel like when they get injured, they're in and out. That's probably it feels like they've been in there forever.
No, that's crazy. He's
That's kind
been
of crazy. I should have
since
known his
2019.
age. Yeah, because I remember him at Bama. He was at Bama, and he
Yep.
was nice.
Yeah. 3-time Pro Bowler too. Well, I mean, hey, I mean he's a good running back. I mean, 27. I mean, the thing is the injuries. Like it just having that many injuries, and then when he's out for an extended amount of time. It's not like he's only out like
Yeah.
a week or two, maybe even 3 weeks. Like he's out 5-6 weeks, and then you're like, fuck, bro, like, and you're paying him this much. So I don't know. But really quick, before we move on, I do want to ask, out of these coaching firings, all right, as of right now, we already kind of have a landscape of the available head coaching vacancies in the NFL. Which team, which position, which job is the most intriguing, and where do you see one of these coaches that either got fired or like a coordinator that's on a team right now? Where do you see what's the most intriguing job if you were looking into getting into the head coaching gig?
Probably the
Not gonna lie.
Browns, honestly.
You said who?
The Browns.
They're the most intriguing?
Out of
Only
all the
because
teams?
all right, the firings were what? The Browns, what was it, Arizona? And then
Falcons.
the Falcons, oh yeah, and the Raiders.
Yep.
Oh fuck, I forgot about
And
the
the
Falcons.
Titans.
Titans are ass. Oh well, no, no, they're not ass. They just
Their ass. No, you was right.
Yeah, no, they're not. They don't got no. I don't
I was
see
trying to
honestly no
I
future
was
for
thinking
them.
about I was thinking about the QB out of I came from out of Miami, but then I was like, nah, not really.
They literally
Uh
only have like 3 players on that entire roster that I can say is
so
actually
out of those, probably
serviceable.
it's between
Yeah.
Atlanta and the Browns for me, and that's only because of their QBs. For
I ain't
me
gonna lie, to
personally.
me, it's Atlanta, but honestly, by far. But like, in terms of talent, Atlanta should be competing for a Super Bowl. They have the talent; it's there. It's just they didn't have the coaching, and again, this word is big for me in football because the last few years have really shown how important it is. Creativity offensively, bro. All of the creative coaches are the ones who are winning Super Bowls and going deep into the playoffs. And I feel like if the Falcons were to get someone who can do that, they tried the Arthur Smith thing. That was bad. So we know not Arthur
Yeah.
Smith, but if they get like one of those coaches that can like you could pair him with Kirk Cousins or Michael Penix, whoever's gonna start, and they could implement something that's not predictable, that gives them a little bit more juice, man. It gives them like a little spark offensively. Then I feel like the Falcons should be competing. But if I was a head coach, hey, I want that job.
It's a
Yeah,
good
I mean,
market too, honestly.
it is. Atlanta's a really good market, especially when it comes to football. Absolutely. I
Yeah.
mean, and
Hmm.
the thing is though, I think I mentioned it either on last week's pod or the week before that. They have to address the the quarterback room. Michael Penix is not your quarterback moving forward. We know Kirk Cousins is not your quarterback moving forward. They need to go and make a run at a quarterback. They need to trade chips in if they got it. If you got to let go of somebody who's going to be a free agent, but you could afford to let him go because you got a backup that's could be next up in line or something, you make that trade for a quarterback. In my opinion, that's outside of the coaching because the coaching goes without saying. But they need a quarterback. Outside of that, though, I agree. I think outside of that, they're
All right, so I got a
the
question
wide
for you
receiver
then, Lou.
room is on
Which
point.
what
Obviously, running
quarterback?
back they got it. So you said
Who
what
do you think is
quarterback?
big? Yeah, what quarterback do you think is going to be a good idea for Atlanta to go for? Like who can
Well,
they even get? Kyler Murray?
I mean
Ooh.
that yeah. At this point, yeah,
But how does that
that's an
money
option.
work? Because Kirk Cousins
You're
contract.
gonna, I
Well,
mean,
assuming you would have to either trade off Kirk Cousins and then figure something out with Michael Penix. I would assume that would be figured out already. But what type of assuming those things are figured out, what I mean, what QB would you really go out there? Like if you were the
I mean,
GM right now, whatever of Atlanta,
Kyler
who would
Murray
you
is
go
the
after?
only Kyler Murray's the only one that you can make a trade for and can make an immediate impact right away with that because that wide receiver room would be probably the best that he's had in God knows how long since that run that he had the first year that D Hop went to Arizona. So I think that you could possibly make that happen. The only other option when it comes to free agency of a quarterback that I think could possibly make some noise over there, Malik Willis up
Mm,
Ooh.
for Green Bay
Okay.
right now. He
that's a good one.
seems to be a coveted free agent going into this summer. Um, he's going to be getting a lot of offers, I'm sure. So you got Oakland. I mean Oakland. Wow, throwback. Hello, the Las Vegas Raiders
Ooh,
is an option depending on the what they do with their coaching situation and what happens with Max Crosby. Um, but if I'm Malik Willis, if you have an option to go to a team like that, I mean, shit, why not? You know what I mean? Um,
facts,
but
facts.
out of all these coaching, I got maybe
Ooh, I thought of somebody, y'all.
who?
Mac Jones?
Ooh,
What?
Mac Jones would be
Mac
nice.
Jones?
Mac Jones is another backup who's up for a
Yeah,
nice
he's gonna
contract.
get paid.
Yeah,
He's
you
gonna
saw
get
what he did
paid.
when Brock Purdy went down, bro. He was balling. Mac Jones
I
been
don't know.
balling.
I
I think
almost
Mac
forgot
Jones
about
might
Mac
end up
Jones.
he might end up going that Sam Darnold route, bro.
Yeah, I think
Which
so.
I'm not mad at. You know what I'm saying? Like you got drafted so high, and then first team you went to, everybody thought you were a bust, and then you go somewhere, you keep your head, you put your head down, you do what you got to do, and then now you're about to get a bag. Another team that might be looking for quarterbacks too. Keep in mind, the
Yeah,
Colts.
I know.
That's another team too.
I was
So
about to say, 'cause I was just thinking about Indiana Jones.
I ain't gonna lie though. Riley Leonard played really good that last
Nah,
game.
he's not.
Like
He's not. No, stop, stop. He's not.
what?
He's not. He's not your.
Oh,
He's not a guy that you're gonna go into the summer with being like, yeah, he's our number one.
Who?
well,
Who you
yeah,
talking
of
about?
course not. Of course not.
Who did you
I'm
just
saying
say?
in term Riley Leonard.
Oh, I
Ri-
thought he said
Those
Rivers.
are
I said,
third
oh,
Nah,
string.
Rivers.
Riley Leonard, bro, he's actually a good quarterback. It's just he wasn't one of those highly touted guys coming out of college, but even like at watching him at Notre Dame, like he could run an offense. Like he could be a game manager. He might not be what's the word I'm looking for? He's not going to be like a superstar type guy for sure, but I feel like he could be a more mobile Brock Purdy. Like that's if he fulfills his potential, like he can be a good quarterback. Obviously, you're right. They shouldn't go into the offseason like, oh yeah, Riley Leonard's the quarterback. But if they keep developing him and they could just get another vet in there, like another bridge quarterback,
Like
hey,
that's the thing though too is that the GM Chris Ballard has to be wise with what he does this summer because news came out earlier today as well in the midst of all these coaching firings, two head coaches that were possibly on the chopping block and got confirmed today. So Cincinnati's Zach Taylor is as of right now, staying put. He's not going anywhere. And the other one is the head coach of the Indianapolis Colts, and that's Shane Steichen. So him and the GM, both. The owner did come out today and said they're both going to come back for next year. So I would assume this is a prove it year for the both of them. So I think that the GM needs to be careful on what he does this summer, and he needs to make sure he fills that team up with what they were missing this season, and just pick up from where you left off when you guys were playing well, right? What was it that you needed during those times that you guys were still playing well? Fill those holes first, and
So what you're saying is they need a hole filler.
pretty much, and Mac Jones
Wow.
could fill that hole.
Wow.
But
Mm.
to answer the question, the original question of the coaches, so I mean, honestly, there is a few intriguing spots right now, right? Depending on the vision of what these teams have, of course, right? I think the team that's pretty much like set with their team would be Atlanta. They're more playoff ready, I think, as as
Mhm.
as constructed. Um, if you overlook the quarterback situation, and Cleveland is another option as well.
Cleveland.
Depending on the vision that the ownership and the GM have. But another bro, people don't sleep on that Giants job, bro. Don't sleep on that Giants job. If you put the I think you put the right guy in place with that team that they got going with moving forward with the Jackson Dart, with the Malik Neighbors, the Cam Scadaboos.
Yeah,
You put in
that
a guy
defensive
that's
front.
just yeah, you put in a guy
Scatterboo.
that's just gonna come in here and just like be a culture changer alongside those players. Then I think that team is going. That'll be a fun job to pick up. That'll be a really fun job to pick up.
All jokes aside, that team could be really solid if like you said, if they picked up a
Yeah,
really good coach.
and
They
then that another
got
thing.
that long young
Speaking
talent.
Yeah, and then speaking of the Giants, they're gonna bring back the GM Joe
Showing.
Show
Scowen, whatever his name is,
him,
who
scone.
a lot of questionable decisions that he's made throughout his time over there with the Giants. So
So hold
let's hope
on.
that he does the right thing here when it
So
comes
they
to this like
fired
coaching job.
Dayball, but kept showing. That's
Yeah. Yep.
crazy.
Yep. 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 I know.
Dayball, bro. No, no. I don't care. What no one says about Dayball. Dayball was the perfect coach for Jackson Dart. He was the perfect offensive mind for him. He's the one who wanted Jackson Dart. He's seen the potential in Jackson Dart
They
before
just draft.
anyone
They
else seen it.
just drafted. They just got Brian Dayball too early.
Yeah, yeah, exactly,
They got
exactly.
him too
Like,
early, and we already know that the NFL, the ownerships within the NFL, their like patience is as small as it's ever been in the history
yeah,
of NFL. So they didn't even give they look at Jonathan Gannon he's a prime example. He was there
yeah.
what 3 years, if that. I think if anything, two minimum,
Who?
3 max. The coach
Gerard
from the
Mayo,
Gerard Mayo. Look at that after the first
um,
year. I mean, look at Pete Carroll.
Jets,
Pete
what's his
Carroll's
name?
another one that I mean, look,
Sala.
first year, Salah. Well, no, Salah lasted in with the Jets a little bit too
Nah,
long.
like 2 years,
Was
two or
he? I
three
thought he was there like
years.
4 years.
Nah, bro, he was there
No,
like
oh,
two or
okay.
three
I mean,
years.
let's be honest. He's not head coaching material.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a fact.
He's
I,
he is a
turnover is
defensive
definitely
coach.
really high in the NFL if you're not progressing really well, though. Especially
Yeah,
nowadays. Like I do agree with you guys because like there's only a few coaches I can think of that really still are head coaches and have a shitty season.
yeah.
Other than that, majority of them all get canned pretty quickly.
Yeah, and I've just been seeing a lot of reports too already that the majority of some of these teams that already let go of these coaches already thinking about they're setting up interviews with another coach who got fired today or something like that. I'm like, dude, chill out. Like lay the landscape out. I get it, right? This is the thing about football, right? That they don't really you don't see much in the NBA, but they'll hire a coach. Like let's say for example, Atlanta will go and they'll hire a coach by Friday, Thursday or Friday of this week, and it's before the first round of the playoffs. But
Yeah,
they do that to get it out of the way early before someone else snags them up. But the thing is, you do that and you're not doing your due diligence because we've seen it time and time again where there's guys who end up either quitting or mutually, as they like to call it, quote unquote, mutually like to part ways with the team that they're currently coaching. So then next thing you know, boom, you picked up this guy. Let's say, for example, Giants go and they pick up Raheem Morris, and they could have ended up getting someone else that is available. You got I don't fucking know. I'm trying to think. Wait, Clint Kubiak? Isn't he with Seattle?
Yeah, he's their
Yeah.
OC.
Yeah, exactly. So like I mean he's already getting looked at. He's highly coveted this for this offseason as well. So um I just think
Yeah,
that
he's definitely getting one of those jobs.
let's hope.
But I'm hoping whatever jobs he gets, he keeps, because
Well,
Clint
yeah, that's the
Kubiak is
problem.
literally what Brian Daboll was. He was a bright-minded offensive coordinator, and for whatever reason, they didn't give him the chance to really develop and build that team once he got the young talent.
It's because
Another
it's New
guy that's
York,
going to be on the
man.
lookout
That's
too,
what it is. The
Joe
Giants
Brady
are
on the
just
Bills.
not really smart with that shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
Joe Brady, it's been long overdue for him to get a head coaching job. So let's hope that he gets one. I think to be honest with you, Raheem Morris getting it. I saw that he's getting interviewed by the Giants. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was the Giants or if it was or the Titans. I think already they scheduled it. I'm
that's
like,
tough.
bro. I mean, it's like to me, a guy like that
That's
has
a
so
DC,
much
bro.
more success. Exactly, they have so much more success as position or like just being a
Coordinators.
coordinator. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And I think, and truthfully, I think that that's the same thing with Robert Sala. Um, that's also the same thing for me, in my opinion, for Matt Nagy. He's getting an interview set up with the Tennessee coaching job. To me, those guys are just better coordinators.
Nathaniel
They
Hackett.
do better. Oh God, where's he at?
Wasn't he with the Jets? He was with the Jets,
He
and
was
then
with
the
the Jets
Jets
when Aaron
canned him.
Rodgers got there, but
Yeah,
I don't know. Once they fired Robert Sala, they let go of everybody in the coaching
I
staff.
think they fired him first, low key. Or
I
did
don't
they?
know.
Oh wait, no, they might have fired Salah first. Yeah, I
I
think you're
think they
right.
fired Sala, and then they kept him, and then at the end of the year, they ended up letting go of the whole coaching staff. 'Cause remember, it was
Yeah.
what was it? The Ulbrich was the interim, the DC at the time,
Oh yeah.
and now he ended up taking the DC job in Atlanta, and
Oh,
look how
Brick, I
much.
forgot all about that guy.
Yeah, yeah. So.
Damn.
But yeah, man, NFL Week One wild card round begins on Saturday, so keep an eye out on that. We will obviously, of course, be
Go Pats.
discussing that next week. It
Go
should be
Bills.
exciting. So my team unfortunately didn't make it. Oh, we didn't even talk about that. My team didn't even fucking make it. All thanks
Yeah.
to the Falcons winning their last fucking game.
You know it's kind of
Thing
crazy
is,
too. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna call out the elephant in the room. I ain't gonna lie. The refs was low key rigging it for y'all, bro. I'm gonna call a spade, bro. That was egregious.
Bro,
Like, bro, the PI call was crazy. The call with the fumble that wasn't a fumble, it was a lateral, and then I guess they said it went out of bounds when it didn't. It was like, bro, it was some weird, like Vegas type shit going
that's
on, bro. I
crazy
ain't
that
gonna
it's
lie.
like the team that makes it. All right, so we played the Panthers on Saturday. That game, well, if we won, the game that determined it was the Saints Falcons game. Whoever wins that game, if the Saints win, Bucks go in. Falcons
Yeah.
win, Panthers go in. So the Bucks played the Panthers on Saturday, and it's crazy that the team that lost gets in and the team that won doesn't. That's crazy work. That's fucking
Well,
insane.
what didn't
Oh,
they?
and also speaking of head coaching jobs, another one that should be searching for a job soon here, in my opinion, should be Todd Bowles. I think it's time for Todd Bowles to
Oh
go.
yeah.
I think it's time for Todd Bowles to go. So yeah,
Yeah, I
sorry,
guess
just had to throw that out there,
he brought the Jets culture
yeah.
over to y'all, man.
bro.
He
Yeah,
he
it's time
fe-
for him to go.
he felt that one. Felt that one.
It's time for him
A
to
little close
go.
to home. A little close to home, Lou.
Yeah, a little too much. Too
You
soon.
know
Too
what
soon.
sucks though? Todd Bowles is going to be gone, and the two guys that y'all could have just gave his spot to are also gone now. Liam Cohen and Dave Canales,
Yep, and they're both in the playoffs.
and
Go
they're both in
fucking
the
figure.
playoffs.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Who's y'all coordinators?
Not anybody great.
Yeah, not anybody good.
Damn, that's tough.
Yeah. So
Hey, bro, y'all need to go get one of those. Y'all need to go try to get those Bryant Mines, bro. The Clint Kubiaks and the Joe Brady's. Y'all need to go, or even Brian Dayball. Brian, why not go get Brian Dayball? Help, put him with Baker, and Mike Evans, Egbuka, Bucky Irvin. I'm pretty sure you guys will have a dynamic offense with him too. So that's a good candidate.
mm,
I can't believe the Giants was that have that many injuries, bro. Someone put a curse on that team.
Yeah, bro. And they were like gruesome injuries too. Like Malik Neighbors tearing his ACL. And then what happened to
Yeah, bro.
Scat was, I was like, ugh, like that looked like Gordon Hayward. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that shit. I don't know if he's gonna come back the same, honestly.
Yeah, bro. And especially
it's
with
gonna
his
be
play
tough.
style, like he plays like a crash out, bro. That's
Yeah,
the
dead
only way to
ass,
Yeah,
describe it.
he
Like
does.
dead
I call him
ass.
Cat. Wow. Scat is like, bro, he's literally the NFL crash. It's him and what's his name on the Cowboys? What's his name? What's his name? The receiver.
Oh, Pickens.
Pickens?
Oh,
Well, yeah,
Pickens.
George Pickens is more of a crash on personality, but Scat plays like a fullback 80s play old school player, bro. So yeah,
Yeah,
you're
that's
right,
a
Khalil. Like
fact.
I don't know if he's gonna come back the same considering his play style.
I just don't think so at all. I mean, the Giants just. I'm not gonna talk about them. They look terrible. First of all, they
On
didn't
the
make it
bright side,
anyways.
y'all got the fifth pick.
Wow. Ooh, the fifth pick. You know what? I shouldn't say anything. You
Y'all
never
had
know.
the
That could
first
turn.
pick, which is
But
funny.
the problem about it though is that it won't matter because a lot of what's going on is we won't have a coach. We don't have a head coach. Not a decent head
And
coach.
Showing still there.
Um. We exactly.
Yeah.
He's still there. We don't know what's going on with the QB situation. Yeah. We he's decent, but. The receiver hasn't is going to be out for a whole year. They're not going to have that chemistry. They're going to have to rebuild that. They don't know who their running back's going to be. They still need an offensive line. Like the team is just overall not really
You don't
good.
think Neighbors is gonna
Like
be back?
no, Neighbors will be back. I'm sorry if I say he wouldn't be. He's going to be back. I'm just saying the loss of the
I
year,
mean,
no
depends.
chemistry with Dart.
Are
Yeah, I
you
think
sold
he'll be
on Dart
back.
as a Giants fan?
I don't even know if I'm sold on him just yet. I still part of me was still believing that, we'll probably get Brady's nephew, but not Brady, I'm tripping. Manning's nephew, but you don't know. We
Oh.
don't know. I don't
I was like,
I,
who?
yeah, my bad. So I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with the Giants, man. The Giants are very confusing. The whole coach scenario, the quarterback scenario, and I don't know how I feel about the running back situation either with Cam. Like that injury is rough, man.
I mean,
Even when
the
he
thing is that this year, I think this year in the draft, the outside, it's a more of a defensive based draft, and I think, I mean, having the fifth pick, it's like I think you guys,
also too.
if Keldrick Folk lands to you guys at 5, the edge out of Auburn, you have to go Folk. I know
But
that
what's
offensive
also
line
interesting
is
too
like
is
the
how
goal,
come
but
I want to know why they didn't play Abdul Carter so much towards the end of the season. He was
I
sat
think
out a
he has
lot of
a
the
character
games.
issue. I
yeah,
think
they said it was yeah, some like
Yeah,
personal
not only
character
that,
shit.
but
yeah.
he came out of college with the injury. It was a bad one too. I think it was an ACL, if I remember correctly, or an Achilles. It was a bad injury. So the
Oh
injuries
shit.
paired with his character issues is like, that's
Nah,
Damn.
no
that's a
bueno.
lot of baggage, bro. That's a lot
Yeah.
Yeah.
of
So
baggage.
makes you wonder they should have gotten Shador Sanders when they had the chance. Actually, I don't even know if that would have been a good idea at this point. Now that
Yeah.
probably would have been bad for Shador Sanders, really, because he'd have been in a shitty situation. No.
He would have just got a lot more playing time, which I mean, in
Oh yeah,
hindsight
for sure.
for
But he would end
experience
up
you need it,
just
but
true, true, very, very true. But yeah, the Giants say they gonna have to go back to drawing boards for sure. I don't know what they're gonna need. They might have to just take Eli Manning out of retirement, and
Ew,
that
old
still
man
won't
Eli.
do it. Old man Manning,
that's
old
nasty
man.
work.
Yeah, that'd be terrible. But anyways, we gonna make it a little shift over to basketball. We covered a little bit of football there. Jalen Brown upset apparently because he didn't win Player of the Month in December. Should he be considered an
Boo.
MVP?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! That was a crazy jump.
Yeah, I know.
You
I
said if he
He's
know.
should be
from
But
considered
Player of the Month to
MVP.
MVP.
yeah, should he be considered? Should he be
No,
considered
I was
in
not
MVP
expecting that.
contention? All
no,
right. Well, hear me out.
Hell
Hear me out.
no.
Hear
To
me
the
out.
no.
no,
Hear me out.
no, no.
All
All right,
right.
go ahead.
Right now, the Celtics are third in the East. They are doing it without Jason Tatum. They don't have Kristaps Porzingis, no old man Horford. A lot of pieces are definitely different on this team. One could say that because of this team, technically Jalen Brown could be in the contentions for MVP. I mean, he's averaging over, I believe it was a
Could.
30 points a game right now. His assists are at all-time career high. His three-point percentage to all-time career high. I mean, why would he not be considered, an MVP candidate?
You know why? It's because
What's the MVP candidate?
no. You know why? You know why? Is because they're gonna the league is pushing the narrative towards the SGAs, the Jokic, the 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 Luka Doncic, the Jalen Brunson, the people who are more. Let's be real; those guys are just all. Even guys who are not even in MVP in talks, Wemby, they are a lot more marketable than Jalen Brown. You know why? Another reason is because everyone knows that this team is Jason Tatum's team.
Jason Tatum's. And
They
I get
already
that.
kind
I
of
get
fumbled the bag in the finals when they gave Jalen Brown the Finals MVP. They're like, that's
which was
enough.
crazy.
So
Which
if it
was
wasn't
crazy
for the
that they did that.
marketability thing, you think he should be, Lou?
Well, it's for me. It's still too early to say. If the season were to finish
Is it?
now, if the season were to finish now, I
I don't
still
know,
don't have
man. I
him
think you
as
give
winning MVP. He could.
you
He's probably going to finish if he continues this way, and if Boston continues to play this way as well, which is that's more shocking than his level of play. If I'm going to be completely honest with you, I think this was expected, and this is what we all wanted to see from Jalen Brown. Either way,
I
Jalen
agree.
Brown
Yeah, these are
and the
things we did expect from
Celtics.
him, but you can't discredit what he's been doing right now
No, I'm not
without
discrediting
with
what
all
he's
the things.
doing.
That's why I would say you'd have to consider him an MVP candidate
Maybe
because
he might
also
be
too you got
top
to
five.
remember,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
yeah,
say.
I would.
He's gonna finish.
But
He'll finish
also,
the
hold on
season top
before
five.
wait, you got to remember also too Jokic, for example, Joel Embiid. A lot of those players right now may not be in the talk just because they may not meet the
Well, let's
65
be
game
fair. Joel
minimum
Embiid
rule.
wouldn't be in any
Either
conversation with
way,
this,
yeah.
anyways.
I know that. I know that. I know that. But I'm just pitching his name in there because he's been an MVP candidate before. So Jokic obviously been an MVP candidate before as well. With this injury that he's currently got, that might sit him out where he may not be able to be in the MVP conversation. So it's an interesting year.
I'll give it.
Same
To,
thing
I'll,
with
I'll
Luke.
still give it to SGA before I give it to Jalen Brown.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Would you give it to
Luca
SGA
too.
Yeah,
when they're in a year potential where the Spurs could be better than them? Are you
yeah,
still giving it
What?
to
What?
SGA?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they're the first
Why?
seed, and
They're
his
the first
numbers are
seed
and his
Look
right
at
nu-
what he
now,
was. Look at what he was
Armani.
doing. Look at
They
what he was
just
doing.
they
Look at
didn't
what he
they
was
didn't they
doing
just lose the other
before.
night to the Denver
That don't matter.
that
I mean
doesn't
not Denver, I'm
matter.
That
sorry.
doesn't matter.
Oh, you guys are killing me right now. What do you mean that
Everyone's gonna
doesn't
Nah,
matter?
lose.
bro.
Everyone's gonna
You're
have
gonna
bad losses.
your team is gonna lose at some point. Your team is
Yeah,
gonna go on a losing streak at some point. We've seen it happen before with plenty of teams that the MVP that wins that year is on. But look at what SGA was doing for that team and the position he had him in before J Dub came back, and then
Do
his
you
level
think
of play just continued to stay at that top level of game while he came back. They're just
does
on a
it
little streak that's no
Does
problem.
SGA still win MVP without being number one team in the West?
Yeah, there's that possibility. I mean,
yeah.
it depends how low you're talking about, but yeah, he would.
That's the point that I'm making though, is right now you've already said it yourself, Lou, that we believe that obviously the OKC is not gonna beat that record for the Warriors with that, what was it, 72 and what, 9 was it? Or 73 and 9? Am
73
I
and 9.
bugging?
Yeah, yeah.
73 and 9. So you've already said that you don't believe they're gonna beat that record, all right?
No,
Right now,
they'll lose.
OKC and San Antonio are both technically in line to technically get to that record because they
No,
both have single digit losses. What do you mean no?
no, San Antonio. No, San Antonio has 10 losses.
Yeah.
They're
Okay,
And
25 and
my
for
10.
that
bad.
to be the
One
bar for
loss.
Shea to get MVP is kind of crazy.
Nah, bro.
But
They're
that's the
gonna.
point that
Let's just say this. If let's just say
that's the only
If
point that
Luca
I'm
was
making at
putting
this is that if the only point I'm making here is that to say that he's MVP when he can't even take out a specific team,
Nah,
That's the
that's
only thing I'm
that
saying.
that don't mean
That's
anything.
something they're gonna look at.
Nah.
We talk about narratives. We talk about everything being built. You don't think it's gonna be a big narrative
Didn't
that they're gonna
didn't
push him being MVP when he can't beat Wemby?
I'm pretty
Come
sure.
on, man.
I'm pretty sure when Embiid that year that he won MVP, I'm sure he didn't beat. They didn't beat the Nuggets the two times that they played them. I'm sure last season when Shea won MVP, I'm sure he didn't win every game against Denver Nuggets, and it was always. And the reason why I keep saying the Nuggets is because Jokic has finished in. If he hasn't finished first, he's finished top two in every MVP race for the last what 3 going back to maybe 5 years now. So
Yeah.
therefore, you could even say the same thing and argue with Luca and the Lakers. The Lakers only got 11
Jokic
losses.
is a Jokic is a little bit different of a story because he averaged damn near triple double.
Exactly my
SG is
point, but
not
so did
SG
SGA
SG
damn
yeah
near
SG.
last year.
No, he did not.
What? Yes, he did.
SGA had
A
one of the
triple
most
double.
dominant scoring seasons of all time
I
last
didn't
year.
okay. First of all, I didn't say anything about his scoring. I say he didn't average a triple double. That's what I said.
No, but he was like
You're
he was damn near averaging.
damn near isn't a triple double. That's the point that I'm making. He didn't make. You can't compare him to a Jokic. Jokic is averaging a triple double. There's a difference there. Am I wrong?
No, 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 you're not. I'm here looking
Exactly.
at the he was
But
averaging
if
last
we're
year
comparing them to
5
Jokic,
rebounds, 6
yeah,
assists,
I would agree
Eh,
Jokic should have
almost
gotten
2
it last year. But we're
steals.
comparing him to Jalen Brown. I don't even think that's
That's not even a
close.
conversation, yeah.
Yeah, that's not
Wait,
close.
wait, wait, wait.
Just think
Who? I
no,
wasn't comparing them
the
to Jalen Brown though. I was
what
talking
no
about
no
just
no
SGA.
the point that
No,
the
because
thing I
we
wanted to hone in on was where you said about why he should be considered MVP if he can't take out Wemby even in the regular season. But that's why I said what I said about when Embiid won. I don't think he won the 2 games that they played
versus
against
Jokic.
Denver. He
Yeah.
won, and then vice
Yeah,
versa
but
last year with
we can argue
SGA.
Embiid was having a crazy year that year though when he won MVP. He was
But
averaging
so
So
like
is
what
Shea is
SGA.
32.
averaging. He's going having a crazy year right now, and he hasn't won against Wemby at all yet.
I'm pretty sure the year that MB won his MVP, he was averaging more points than SGA and more rebounds. Or am I wrong on that?
SGA's not
No,
playing fourth quarters because they're shitting on
yeah,
teams so bad. that's why that's why the numbers
Embiid
are a little
Embiid
skewed.
wasn't
Yeah,
averaging.
but you're
Embiid
al-
wasn't averaging over
yeah,
close to 30.
but you're also talking about a 76ers team compared to this OKC team. We can argue that the OKC team is better than that 76ers team.
No, yeah, exactly. So therefore, he's doing all this. He's putting up MVP numbers with the team where he doesn't even have to be doing that. He just does it because it's that easy for him. Embiid had to do that for him to even win MVP. And if we're going to be honest, a lot of people could argue and make a valid case that Jokic should have still won that MVP. That's number one. Number two, also he had to play the way how he played because if not, Philly would have not been in the position that they were in that season. And with that, guess what? They still ain't win shit. Shea won MVP and he still won the finals. Jokic MVP and he still ended up winning the finals. So to me, I don't think in the case of Jalen Brown, he's good. Yes, 100%. He's playing great ball. I'm glad to see it because if we're gonna be honest, before he got this contract that he's in now, that was always the stigma behind him. He can't do it without Jason Tatum. We all know this is Jason Tatum's team. We all know this, but it's good to see that your quote unquote Robin or your 1B is stepping up and playing like the one the guy that could lead a team on his own. And to be honest with you, this could eventually down the lines make change the perspective on what the Celtics got to do moving forward. Because if you could get a massive haul back when it's time for a contract extension for Jalen Brown, he's going to go to a team
Ooh.
that's going to where it will be his team.
We
That
talk
team that
about
picks him
trading
up.
Jalen Brown. Ooh.
No, like well the only and again the reason why I bring that up is because those few years back he was never no one ever viewed him to be to play this type of way
Yeah,
without the
I know.
main
But
superstar
yeah,
on the team. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
his value has risen by a
yeah,
lot.
and he's
I do
playing
agree
well.
with
I just
everything you're
don't think
saying when
he's
it
gonna
comes
be
to the Jalen
MVP. I
Brown
don't even
thing
think
for
he'll finish
sure.
top three.
I agree with what you're saying with the Jalen Brown thing. I still argue that yeah, he would definitely win, not win MVP, but definitely be in that top 5 for MVP, given all the things with You have to meet the 65 game minimum. Some players may not make it into that category to be considered an MVP. So that's one of the reasons why I bring that up. And also too, he was bitching not too long ago about not winning the MVP for the December
Ah,
award for the NBA, whatever the shit that was.
yeah,
So
the
that
player
that's
of the
one of the things
month.
I brought up. But I agree. Yeah, eventually, with how he's playing, his value is definitely gonna go up, and come time where it might be, ready to move on to a different team. Because, like you said, it is Jason Tatum's team. Is he gonna be, willing to want to go down to, being the second option? Because right now he's the primary option of that team, and he's leading them arguably through a rough time right now. I mean, they were without their best player. Their best player on the Celtics, for that matter, and on top of that, they're missing a lot of key pieces that led them to a championship run that year. So I agree. A lot of questions will be put up there when it comes to Jalen Brown. If when trade time comes, is he going to stay with that team? Which I don't really think he would. If I'm Jalen Brown and we got the value that I'm in my bag, and when I got everything right now, I'm probably thinking about taking my talents elsewhere. Come later down the road, but who knows? A lot of time before here, and whenever this contract's up. How much time is left in this contract? He's got what? Is it 3 years left? Two,
I think he has two.
three. It's two, or it's two?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
probably. I think it's three.
I think
Like
it's three, but
after
I think
this
it's
year, it'll be
after
two.
2 years. After the second year, I think it's an option.
Hmm. So it'd be
I'm
it'd
looking
be
at it right now.
interesting to see, what he where end up going. Honestly, would he play for his hometown? And he from what, Georgia?
Gross.
Yeah, that's nasty. Whoo.
Yeah, that
I
would
mean,
probably be
shit.
pretty
You
bad.
never know. You know what I mean? Like you never know, depending on what they got going on. But it's funny. I'm taking something out of your book, Khalil. I'm gonna segue.
Uh oh.
I want
Uh
to
oh.
talk about the Atlanta Hawks. Um, Reports just came out
Mhm.
maybe no more than an hour ago from when we started recording that Trey Young and the Atlanta Hawks are working together on a trade. So it is official. Trey Young's time in Atlanta will be ending here very soon. I think, honestly, in my opinion, I think he'll be gone by at least mid next week. That's the latest.
Yeah,
I think
because
once
trade
the
deadline is what, the
reports like
15th,
this,
13th, 15th, some shit like that. It's
uh,
coming up.
yeah,
It's
Yeah,
coming
it's
soon.
getting close to it. Yep,
February.
yep. So it's
Oh, it's
I
February? I thought it was January for some reason.
no, they did. They changed it.
They changed it.
Yeah, now they
Yeah,
do
I
it
think it's
before All Star
January.
break.
Believe it's
Oh,
January
oh
like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
15th,
yeah.
or
You're
the
right. You're
13th.
right.
It's like in the next week and a half, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken. It's coming up close.
Oh,
Shit,
they need to
if
hurry up.
anything, we're gonna be hearing a lot of big talks in the next couple of weeks here, honestly. Next couple of days. I mean, so many players up in the air. I wonder if AD is gonna be part of this Atlanta thing, by the way. Okay, I know you just brought that up. So,
Well,
like,
I mean,
is
it's February 5th, by the way, is the trade deadline, and it
Okay.
oh, okay,
ends
okay. I still got
it
time.
ends
Still got
at 3
time.
p.m. on Thursday, February 5th. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of teams in a team that's coming out of nowhere now too. In the mix of Trey Young is the Washington Wizards, which surprisingly enough,
So nasty. Oh my
that
god.
of course that deal will have to center around CJ McCollum,
Oh yeah, I
due
was about to
to make
say
the money
free
work.
CJ.
Yep. But I mean, if you think about it, you send a Trey Young to Washington. That's a ballsy move if you're Washington, especially if you're not
Oh
getting a full
God.
commitment.
This is the Bradley
I don't.
Bill thing all over again, bro. That is
Yeah, I
so
don't want to see
nasty.
that. That's ugly. That's just so You're gonna put what, Trey Young over there with Chris Middleton and what, Alex Sarr? Are they just doing it because Alex Sarr is over there? Are they just trying to partner him up with another like big or some shit?
And then they got Trey Johnson. Like
Yeah, but
that
Trey
backcourt is
Johnson, Trey
terrible
Didn't
Johnson
didn't
defensively.
they
is
also get
he's a
Cam
two.
Whitmore also?
Yeah, no, garbage.
I know he's garbage, but I mean, I'm just saying shorter guards, like it's just
I mean, they do have
eh,
a clusterfuck of guards. Granted, I'm sure some of these guards will be a part of that trade, um, or at least a third team will be involved, and some folks will get rerouted. But yeah, Washington does have a shit ton of guards. Yeah,
damn, Trey
I
Young to
mean,
the Wizards is disgusting, but
that's
somehow, some
yeah,
way
that's
they'll
a
they'll
team
they'll
that I was
find
like,
some way
huh.
to market it.
I
They'll
mean,
Man,
find some way to
how do you
market it. I
market
don't
that?
know.
Ew.
Yeah, I
Trey
don't know.
Young,
Ice. You go from Ice Trey to I don't even know, Wizards Trey. Oh my God,
that just
that's
sounds
terrible.
that just sounds stupid.
God, with that,
Bro,
Washington
I don't
honestly,
even
bro,
know.
there's
ice
not too
train,
many
the
teams
ice
that I could
train,
see. Ice Train is
the ice train has made their stop in Washington, in the nation's capital. That ugly
Oh
that's
arena,
God,
nasty.
that
That's I'm
ugly
that's
ass
sorry.
arena.
terrible work.
That arena's ass.
Trey
The
Force
only way
One.
that the only way that they could make that work, that spin work, is with the arrival of Atlanta comes a rebranding of it, of the Wizards. Maybe something like that. They have
Yeah,
to
I
like
mean, I think
completely
they need to rebrand too,
rebrand.
though. It's time for
Yeah,
the
they
Washington
have.
to rebrand.
Oh, it's definitely time.
That
They need to change their
jersey,
colors too.
that thing is just disgusting.
Like blue, white, and red just does not need to be the color anymore, man. Like, come on, it's
They need to
so
go back
Bro,
to
what you
playground.
mean?
Gilbert
It's the
era.
They
with
they
that
go back to that. Yeah, that gold.
that navy
No, not
blue,
the
that
name.
gold,
Wait,
Yeah, I like that.
the Gilbert Arenas
which
era.
Yeah.
You don't remember?
oof, no, I don't remember which jersey that was. Hold up, I
Pretty
gotta.
much the Michael Jordan era. That was pretty much the same thing. Like the jerseys didn't really change. They just added alternates, but the jerseys never really changed much. But yeah, man. I mean,
Oh, the color. Yeah, okay, I remember the
yeah,
color. Yeah,
the
it was
thing
that
is with
gold and
Trey Young. I mean, his agents, his representatives are working with Atlanta. Apparently, they've been. I read a little as much as they released once that news was out, that his team and the Hawks have been in very good open communication, open contact in regards to his future, what his role is on the team while he's there, and now working together with this trade. So I think that
Get that boy
we
to
might.
Miami.
You never know. We might.
We need it.
So you you never know, man. I mean, I think whenever I see
I think
those type of reports come
that'd
out,
be perfect. If you
whenever
put
I see
Trey
those type
Young
of
in
reports
Miami,
come out, I
yeah.
always think and I always assume that this means that wherever he goes, before that trade is agreed upon and released out to the public, Trey Young agrees to sign there long term. Whenever
Yeah, of
I
course.
hear those rumors, like, oh, his representatives and agents are in communications with the team, and they'll be working on a resolution to get him traded. I'm like, okay, yeah, that means that anywhere he goes, they're gonna work out with him. This, that, and the third. Boom, cool. Agree to go here. Yo, you want to sign this 4-year extension? All right, solid. Boom, and then he's there for
Where do you
however
want to
many.
see him go, Lou? Pick one team where you want to see him
Uh,
go.
honestly, I mean,
Trey Young.
Trey Young, the type of
Just pick
player
one,
that
man.
Trey Young is.
Let's stick to the East.
Stick to the East. You don't think he can
Yeah,
make it in the
Miles.
West?
No, you know what? All right, pick a team anywhere. Go ahead. That's fine.
I'm still gonna stick to the East. I really do. I love I love that that idea of Miami. I've been saying that Miami has needed a point guard already for years.
Yeah.
I think that it should be an even swap between him and Tyler Hero. Um,
Yeah.
I think well Trey Young is I think he's getting paid more, so I think you could still throw in um somebody else. But the thing is I
Davian
mean,
Mitchell. Bye.
I don't think
Nah,
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 they
nah.
can keep him. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I just think that
They can have Jovic.
In Miami, I
You
think
got the
seeing him with
opportunity to
Bam.
take. Oh yeah, Jovic wouldn't be a bad one to take too.
They can
I
have,
would. Yeah, that'd be.
well, then maybe we're
eh,
over, but we'll make it work. They can have Tyler Hero
Uh,
and Jovic.
I agree though with that. That's a good one. Miami for Trey would be a really good one. That man, that would feed a
You're
lot of
sending
rivalries
picks
too.
too,
Can
by the
you?
way. You know that, right?
Hell nah.
No, you would have to add a pick on that trade. You have to.
No, we wouldn't.
Yes, you
Trey
do.
Young's
You
value
do. You
is
know
in the
why? Because
dumps.
of the simple fact, the reason why you have to add draft capital to that is because you're trading for a guy who's older versus two younger guys. So if you're Atlanta, you're getting rid of a superstar, an established player to get guys that
Superstar?
you don't know for sure. You're trading Trey Young compared to Tyler Hero. You're telling me that they're close to the same type of level of player?
Well, no,
I mean,
that's
when
why
it
we're
comes,
adding Jovic, another young guy they could build around. We're not gonna add another draft pick when Trey Young's value is in the dumps.
N-
That'll
n-
be idiotic. Like that'll be dumb, bro. The way Trey Young's been playing, we don't even know exactly what type of player we're gonna be getting exactly. So I feel like it's more than fair enough considering his trade
Let's
value
be
right
honest
now.
Well, no, no,
now.
no. That
Tyler
no.
Hero and Jovic
No,
is more than enough.
no. That's what I'm
Look,
trying to say. That you guys get a pick back. Excuse me, you guys getting a
Oh,
pick
oh,
back.
oh, oh,
Yeah, yeah.
oh,
Because if you
oh,
guys are getting rid of a
okay.
young player like Jovic to Atlanta, and if Atlanta's getting rid of their star player, like you don't know how these young players are gonna come back and whatever. So they have to give you guys draft capital to get back somebody that they're gonna be able to develop. Tyler Hero's Tyler Hero. It's too late now to get him to
Yeah,
buy
he is who he
into,
is.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like he's gonna be who he is.
I
But
think
Jovic,
whatever trade happens, I think Atlanta needs to keep at least one player for sure. Well, two players, but one player that needed to keep for sure, as long as it's Jalen Johnson, should also be Nah. They got to keep Nickel Alexander Walker.
oh no, they
I,
trade any of those
Dyson
two a part of
Daniels.
that trade, then that means that's gonna be a blockbuster trade. I'm expecting
Yeah.
big names to be a part of that outside of Trey
wait,
Young.
what was that? What was that?
That if Nikhil Alexander Walker or I'm not even gonna mention Jalen Johnson because I know he ain't going nowhere. But
Yeah.
Of course not.
if you throw in Nikhil Alexander Walker, Onyeka Okongwu,
Oh man, that's a
and
lot
Dyson
right there.
Daniels.
Dyson Daniels, if you throw any of those other two in a trade, that means I'm expecting to see other big names
Yeah.
being a part of that
Yeah,
trade going back to
I was gonna
Atlanta.
say because that's pretty. Dyson Daniels led the league last year in steals, and then you obviously got Nickel Alexander Walker coming off the bench with 20 points per game. I mean, he's probably gonna be sixth man of the year this year. He's got to be.
Mm,
Could be.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know if he'll qualify for it because I mean, assuming that Trey Young
How
is
does that
out
work?
and they don't get back a starting caliber point guard, then you have no one else to other than to start than Nikhil Alexander Walker at the one.
Wouldn't they start Jalen Johnson at point?
Ill.
What do you mean ill? That's what he's been
That's the,
playing, basically.
nah. You could start Nikhil Alexander Walker. You need somebody else to depend on to dribble up the ball
You got
Is he
just
gonna
Dyson
be
in
able to
case
Daniels
if
for
Jalen
that.
produce?
Johnson's just in case if Jalen Johnson's not he's not in his groove.
But isn't that why Dyson Daniels will be starting?
Yeah, but I mean he's not a primary playmaker.
Yeah, he's not. He's more of
Yeah, but
just the.
both of them will be
But
secondary in that at that point because Jalen Johnson's the primary.
Nah, but Jalen Johnson's not a primary playmaker though. That's not the type of
That's
player that he
literally the
is.
role he's been playing. He's been playing point guard basically. He's been their pseudo point guard.
Nah.
That's why him and Trey don't work because there can only
Well,
be
the
one
reason why he's
primary
playing
playmaker.
the reason why he's playing that is because also Trey Young was out for however many games he was out. He just he hasn't even played I think a full 10 games yet since he's been back.
oh,
So
just got
I mean,
reports
breaking
Sengun
news!
is out.
I
Breaking news
like
an
Jalen
hour
Johnson
Sengun
at
ago.
point.
Tony
Sengun is
Bradley
out.
got waived. Coveted name.
Tony Bradley from the Pacers.
Yeah, just
Fuck
saw
out
it.
of here, man.
Just saw it. Just
Better
saw it.
news. I just got Al Prince. Not better news, but Al Prince Sengun is going to be out for about says 10 to 14 days with an ankle
Ooh,
from the
that's rough.
Rockets. That's a rough one for
In the
sure.
Yeah.
Maybe
West,
Jokic. Yes, sir.
they might mess around and be in a play-in spot.
Mm-hmm. You
I
ain't
mean,
lying. That's
yeah.
just gonna be rough for them.
Once that
More breaking news here too. Apparently, Knicks owner says we're going
Look
to
at
raise the
Shams.
NBA championship banner. Oh my god. You need to
yeah.
stop, bro. What
James
are you
Dolan said that.
doing? Yes, man. What is this man doing?
Uh, I
He just
knew it was
fucked
too good
us.
to be true. James Dolan in the background. Man, I
You
knew
know
that
what's
couldn't
Oh
happen
funny?
for
my
You
too
know what's
long.
god.
fucking hilarious is that I'm scrolling, like as you're saying that, I'm scrolling down Twitter and I barely scroll down my the beginning stages of my timeline, and here it is, the same exact thing that you just finished saying, word for word. What the fuck is James Dolan talking about, bro?
I have no idea. But he did say something, but before that, that was I just saw someone else just said something from New York, something about um yeah, James Dolan. He's like, I am not aware of any trade or any requests for Giannis. Like, bro, what? Shut your ass up.
Yeah, James Dolan, bro. If he starts getting involved again and start touching shit, yeah, it's GG's. Y'all might as well.
Yeah,
Damn,
he needs
they
to.
really got Wizards eyeing Trey. That's crazy.
Yeah, he needs to
I
just
If
relax.
I'm Trey Young and they send me to the Wizards, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not playing. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to play for y'all, bro.
I'd
Cause
rather
what's the
play for
point?
that.
What would he be
Yo, if
doing in
yeah,
the? Hmm?
yeah, there's no point there. Like you go to the Wizards, that whole team is rebuilding. You don't rebuild with the
With
franchise
I
Trey
player
mean,
Young?
like Trey
let's be
Young.
honest.
Yeah.
You pick up a if you manage to pick up a Trey Young and you have him commit long term, you
No,
already
dude.
accelerated your rebuild.
Nah, I'm sorry, dude. Yeah, you have, but to what though? At what end? Like
What you
there's
mean?
nothing there.
You still got what you mean? You still got draft capital. You got hella cap space. You're still gonna have hella cap space. You're gonna have vets still on the team. Yeah, of course, CJ McCollum will for sure be gone, but you still have Chris Middleton on your team as a vet. You still got what's this guy's name? Marvin Bagley there as a vet. You have
Oh God, Marvin Bagley's not a vet. He's just a mistake.
he's a vet, bro.
Damn. Damn.
He's been in the league already. He's
Khalil, that was
bounced
kind of
around. He
mean,
knows.
bro.
By
He said
accident.
he was a
You know
mistake.
what I'm saying?
By
Like
accident.
they
I'm
got Alex
sorry.
Sarr.
He's 6'11", and I accidentally still became available because all the other players happened to fuck up. My bad. Here you go. I'm available. That's accident. Fuck
Hey,
out of
there's a
here.
hey, there's a reason why he's still getting contracts. There's a
Hey,
reason
you're
for it.
right. You're right. But we ain't
So
gonna sit here and act like Marvin Bagley is like the vet. Come
no,
on
no, I
now.
mean he's not a guy that you're gonna be like the vet
Like
that you
he's
want
not
to
like a
lean on
Mike
when it comes
Connolly.
to he's not the type of vet that you want to lean on when it comes to like, oh, let me see how you play so I can learn
I'd
something off
rather
of you.
I'd
He might
rather
just be it
Westbrook.
might be locker room, might be some mental shit. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
But you
I'd
got
rather
Alex
Westbrook.
Sarr.
Come on,
You
bro.
got Alex
Stop. I'd rather
Sarr.
Chris Paul.
No, who wouldn't? What the fuck? You got you got Alex Sarr who's emerging, who's playing really well before he got hurt. You got this guy, what's his name? Keon, is it Keontae or Keon George?
Keontae
George. I know
George.
it's not
Keontae
Keontae
George.
George. It's Keyshawn George. Him.
Keyshawn George. There
Yes,
you go. There
Yeah.
you
Keyshawn.
go. I
Keyshawn
should
George.
know.
Yes,
I should
Keyshawn.
know his name because I'm on the Wizards on NBA 2K26. But yeah, so yeah, Keyshawn George, who's playing really well, who's actually shown to be a 3-and-D type of player. You have the other guy, what's his name?
Trey Johnson.
Uh no, yes, Trey Johnson, whose his shot has started to fall and he started to find his way in the game. No, the other guy, what's his name? Bub Carrington,
Oh,
another one.
Bob Carrington. Yeah, he's good. I
We
like
Yeah,
Bob
forgot
another
about
Carrington.
another
Bilal Coulibaly.
nah,
Bilal
he's
Coulibaly, the
he's
GOAT.
he's whatever.
My
But
favorite
either way, you
Frenchman.
know what I'm saying. And then you sit here, and like I said, you got Chris Middleton right there, and then you add a Trey Young. Come on, bro.
Bro, just
Congrats.
stop.
You're now the 12th
Stop.
seed instead of the
Yeah,
14th
facts.
seed.
Stop, bro. Get
Hey,
out of here.
I'll tell you this. They will for sure. They like people. All right, man.
Make the play in. They'll for sure
Yeah,
make the
they'll
play
be,
in. You're
bro.
right.
It'll be Bradley Bill all over again, bro.
Bro,
It'll
it's
be
You're
gonna be
that
saying
all
Bradley
over
Beal
terrible.
again.
all over again. Like Bradley Beal had other guys and other
Bro,
talents
what
around
are
him.
you are you tell he's it's not gonna be good,
It,
bro. What are you expecting
bro.
that
It's
you're
going
gonna
to be
get out
better
of a
than it's going
Trey?
to be better. It's going to
Stop.
be a better
Stop.
team than when it was
You're
just
getting
Bradley
first of all,
Beal's team in Washington.
he's a shorter guard. You already know what's
Don't
gonna
mean
happen with the
anything.
shorter.
Trey
What do you
Young,
mean? It doesn't mean
that
it's
don't
for
mean
the very same
nothing.
reason why this guy gets the
No,
short straw when it comes to all-star appearance all the time. He's short, bro. Like it's the same shit with Jalen Brunson. That's why Jalen Brunson, for example, didn't make it to the Olympic team because he's fucking short. Like, come
I
on,
don't think
Guys,
bro.
by
it
the way,
has
I just
nothing to
searched
do
it
with it.
up. Defensively, the Wizards are the second worst team in the NBA.
You put Trey
Imagine
Young
if
on
you
there?
add Trey Young
Come
to that.
on. Come on, dude.
You're
Dude, it's
telling
gonna
me
be
you're
a
telling you're
it's
telling me that so this is them being second worst in defense now with CJ McCollum on that team. So you're telling me adding Trey Young is going to make them worse than being at the second bottom?
yes.
Yes,
What? No, bro.
Yes.
yes.
What do
No.
you mean
He's
what?
Trey
that
Young
No,
bad
at least
dude.
Trey
defensively.
Young plays
Yo,
at
you know
least
what?
plays
I'm gonna do
somewhat
me a
of
favor, dude. Do me a
some
favor.
defense than CJ McCollum
Do
does.
do me a solid favor, dog. You see that cup that's in front of you with the Kool-Aid you drinking out of it? I'm gonna need you to stop that shit. Because I don't know what the fuck
I'm gonna
world
keep
you
drinking
think
that
this
shit.
is. That
Nah,
CJ
bro,
McCollum.
y'all looking at the surface, bro. Y'all ain't looking at the. You know, have you ever seen that picture, that metaphor picture of like an iceberg, and you only see like the tip of the
Oh, the
iceberg
top
poking
of
out of the
it.
water, and then you see the bottom. You guys don't see the bottom part of what the structure of that iceberg. You
So
guys are just looking
okay,
at the
so
top, man.
ooh, isn't the point of a trade the trade for someone to fill
That
a
makes you
weakness that
better.
your
Trey
team
Young is going to
has?
make Washington better than keeping CJ McCollum. Yes, he will.
Trey Young is not going
But
to
then
make
what's
the
the
Trey
age?
Young
Washington
is going
Wizards
to
better by
make the
himself.
Wizards. He will
He is
make.
not going. He
That's how
is not
much
going to take
better
the
he
team
is
that
at
is in
CJ
debt,
McCollum that he will.
bro.
He will need help. I'm not
He
saying that they're set in stone, ready to go. They need more pieces, and they need more pieces. Which, in
he is
hindsight, I
not
was
going
saving
to
this.
make the
I
second worst
was.
team in the East
You're talking.
better in a
You're,
season.
I'm not
It's
saying
not
that
going to
they're.
happen,
Well,
bro.
it's not because you're right. It
The
won't happen
Indiana
because you're not
Pacers
going
would
to
be
be able to
better
do that.
still.
No, they won't
Whoa, whoa,
because
whoa,
they're
whoa.
worse.
Okay, okay, all right.
They're playing
Are you
worse.
kidding me?
They're playing worse than the
The,
Wizards right now.
so you're telling me the Indiana Pacers next year wouldn't be better than
Oh,
No,
having
you
a
saying
Wizards with a
next
Trey
year?
Young?
That's
next year.
different.
Of
That's what I'm
course,
talking
next
about
year.
because
Next year, I'm expecting them to
because
compete.
obviously I'm talking, yeah, obvious. But even if you put a Trey Young on a Wizards team, with it still wouldn't they wouldn't be able to compete with that.
That
That's what I'm saying.
I'm agreeing with
I just
that.
think it's just
That's the point. Is
counterproductive.
the point is that if you're getting Trey Young now in the middle of this season, then that means that this offseason, with the amount of cap that you got and the amount of trade pieces that you have and the draft capital that you still have, you start making moves. So then you could go into next season where you could compete at least between. This is the game plan, right? You're not competing this year, right? Of course they're not. You trade
Or
for Trey
next.
Young. You trade for Trey Young. Okay, you're putting and setting up the building blocks for the future. Now, this offseason, with all those things that I mentioned, you take advantage of those things and you try to get better. Then what you do is you go from being bottom three of the East for the last however many years, right? Then after that, all right, small leaps. Let's go from there and let's at least fight for the play-in or at least the seventh spot.
I get what you're saying, but you have to understand though. You're talking about doing this with a player that's 29, he's gonna commit to a contract of probably what 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, you're
You
making it
you're
seem like
gonna do
29 is
you,
already past his prime. You're making it seem like Trey Young. It
but
ain't
you're
Trey
doing
Young.
you
You're making it seem like
He's
Trey
gonna
Young
but
waste
but
his prime on a
ain't the
rebuilding
menace of the
team.
that's
palace
what I'm saying.
or
He's
the
not
menace of the
understanding, Armani.
garden.
He's like
He's
you're
gonna waste
literally
his
gonna
prime
be
on a
wasting
rebuilding
your
team.
time on a rebuilding team with a player like Trey Young. You're gonna waste his time putting him on the Washington Wizards to go through we're gonna try and make plan and then we're gonna get better the next year get the fuck out of here with that, bro. What
Nah.
do you
Yeah,
mean, bro? Why would I
yeah.
want to waste my time? What kind of deal is feasible for me to be like, yeah, all right, I'm Trey Young. I've been with the Atlanta Hawks. I've been the franchise player there. You're going to convince me to now go play for the Washington Wizards at a long term deal?
Now you're talking about the hypothetical of if he wants to stay. This is all the conversation that I'm having in my end is assuming that he says, "Yeah, I want to sign long term." If they still make that trade and he's still like kind of like, "Nah, I'm not guaranteeing that I'm going to stay here," then at that point, y'all fucking stupid. That
Yo,
that
it's
and I
wild.
think we all agree. But I'm saying that at the end of
If
the
he
day,
takes
Trey
that,
Young will make that team better than you having a CJ McCollum as your starting
I
one.
agree. Yes, he'll make it better, but he's not going to make the team competitive better in the sense. That's what I mean. They're going to score. He's going to get his points up. He's going to score his 30, 40. He might break some records for the Wizards. Shit. He'll probably do that. But at the end of the day, he's
Man,
not going to take the Washington Wizards unless they pick him up midseason right now, like you said, and let's say come offseason they add some more pieces, and it had to be some substantial pieces because if
Yeah.
they just pick up a Trey Young and this midseason and then keep this and then go into next season with Trey Young, they're not going to get very much better.
well, I
I
I'd
think
say
just
they're going to
don't
be
think it
at
makes
up
30
sense.
you
wins.
buff up that bench a little bit, and you buff up that bench a little bit. You add
A lot.
another
You have to
big
buff,
man, another big man. Then I
you'd
think
have to
that
buff up the bench a lot.
But
The
it
only
doesn't
way in the
make
world
sense
this
for him to
works is if
spend
somehow,
his.
some way, Trey Young and Giannis decide to connect with each other and say, "Let's go to the Wizards together."
oh man, this guy's building a 2K team. Look, like people sleep. Like Isaiah Hartenstein, he has a team option. Who's to say with 29 million? Who's to say that
You think he's leaving
OKC
the
picks that
But
up?
you're
OKC
gonna
Thunder,
spend your
bro?
prime years from 29 to 33 trying to rebuild the Wizards, who's been one of the worst franchises for
It just
in the
doesn't
Bro,
make
history of the
sense.
you're
NBA.
making it seem like as if you're making it seem all right. Now with the hypothetical, if they pick up Trey Young now and then all they do, the big free agency splash is picking up Isaiah Hartenstein to pair him alongside this kid, Alex Sarr, you're telling me that the Wizards with the team that's constructed of that lineup, if they have Trey Young, Trey Johnson, Chris Middleton, Alex Sarr, and Isaiah Hartenstein, and in that bench, you're telling me that they're not going to be at least
A play-in
competing
team.
They're gonna be a
either
play-in
be
team,
playing
dude.
team or they could at least be fighting for that
So
towards
why
the end of
not
the
just
year
stay
fighting
on
for
the
that seventh
Hawks?
seed.
So just stay on the Hawks
Exactly.
at
Why
that
not?
point.
He doesn't want to stay with
That's
the
the
Hawks.
point.
That's the point.
So then, why even want to go to the Wizards then?
He,
That makes no
But at
sense.
the end of the day, he
Basically
doesn't have a say of
doing
where
a
he
Paul. You're
wants to
basically doing a
go.
Paul. Is it a money thing? Is he going to be going there for money? Because if it's
It
not
could
for money,
be.
then
It
what
could
else?
be. It could be. There could be.
that's the
He
only reason
there's
I could
But the
see that
point,
that's the
but
only
is
the
reason you're going
also
at
too,
that point. Yeah.
he doesn't have a say of where he goes. His representatives and the Hawks are working together, meaning you don't tell us where we're sending him. Let's just collaborate, and if it makes sense, then we'll do it. But it has to make sense. And if they don't like it, and if it gets nasty, they'll ship his ass off. I don't think Atlanta has the same type of ties to Trey Young like Milwaukee has with Giannis, where they would like to at least send Giannis to where he wants to go. With Trey Young, they're gonna do what's best for them. If shit gets nasty, if sending them to Utah makes sense for them, they'll send them to Utah. If we're gonna keep it a whole
Utah
buck.
Utah will be a better deal than the
And
Washington
another
Wizards, in
team,
my opinion.
Nah, I
and
don't think so.
nah, chill. Now you be
They got
bugging out if
Keontae
you,
George.
yeah,
Are you
Keontae George is
kidding me?
nasty.
You pair him up with Keontae George and
That
Larry
wouldn't work.
Markkanen
Nah, Keontae
Nah,
George is a
over.
point guard.
yeah, he's point.
You could put him at the point guard and put Trey Young at the shooting guard.
Ugh.
I think
Yeah,
that work.
no, what? Hell no. And
No, I take it back. That
another guy that they were talking about that the Wizards
I
could make
still
a
think the
splash
Jazz would be
for.
better than the Wizards with the Trey Young, but that's just my opinion. It's another argument for another day.
Another guy that they can make a splash for. Keep an eye out is Jonathan Kaminga.
Who, the
Oh God,
Wizards?
Buns.
Yep.
Ooh. See, that
Uh,
makes sense. To me, that makes sense.
No,
Like,
I'm not talking about just like either or. You know what I'm saying? Like being able to trade. They have the pieces to make that happen, where they could trade for both of those
oh,
guys.
you're still on this Trey Young thing. Oh.
No. I know. Well, no. Yes and no. I'm just saying that if they could make a splash to trade for both of those two to finish off this season, like that's a W if you're the front office of Washington. If we're gonna
I
be
didn't want to
if we're
talk.
gonna keep it a whole if we're gonna keep it a buck, that is a W if you're
Yeah,
Washington's front
I can see
office.
where you're coming from. I see where you're coming from, but I just like as a rebuilding team, I feel like you should just stick to rebuilding
You're
and
not
just stick.
rebuilding though at that point. If you manage to get both of
Yeah,
those
and they
guys
would be
this
dumb
season,
not to be still rebuilding. That's dumb.
What do
but
you mean if you're not
they're
rebuilding? You would still
they're
be
not
rebuilding. You're saying
they
if you picked up Jonathan Kaminga and Trey Young, you're still not rebuilding?
no.
Oh no,
You
not at that point. Once you get
at
Trey
that point
Young,
you
yeah, but
accelerated your rebuild. All you're doing now is
Oh,
filling in the holes. But going back to filling in holes.
pause.
hey, like
But
the
what's
whole
the
feeling,
goal
huh?
here? What's the goal? Isn't
The
the goal to eventually be a contender? Eventually,
Exactly. Who's to
That's
say?
that.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
you
You're
think they could
trading your
eventually?
chips in, and you're completing that team. You're
I
building that
just don't
roster
see
to
it.
You're
compete.
building a roster around Trey Young to trying
No,
to
you're not.
contend.
You're not building the roster around Trey Young. You guys are making it seem like it's like, oh, at this point now, the future that they see now is Trey Young. No, it's not. Trey Young is just putting them
So who
in
are you
that
building around?
position. You're building around your young pieces. You can't say for sure right now that it's Alex Sarr. You can't sit here and say for sure that it's Keyshawn George. You can't even sit here and say it's Bub Carrington. You don't know, or Trey Johnson. Sorry. You can't say
So
it
so
because neither of those
you
guys have
so you
shown
so the
that
best
they're.
idea is just to throw a player like Trey Young in there and just
And
say,
just see
hey,
what happens. Just
see what
see
happens.
if it
That's
works.
what your that's what
Hey,
your idea is.
every team needs that booster player to get you guys over that rebuild hump. The
They might
Wizards
as
have
well
been
go
on
ahead
that
and
rebuild hump
hire Tom
for
Thibodeau right
ever
now.
since Bradley Beal left that team. They've been on a rebuilding hump. They've drafted bad and they haven't done well with their projects. Now they're doing it right. They picked up Alex Sarr. They picked up the best players available at the time of their draft positioning. And they got Sar, Keyshawn George, and Bub Carrington and Trey Johnson. That's who they are wanting to be
But
a
here's
part
the
of their
thing.
future.
If we were talking about a culture changing guy that's like he's making them compete, he's making them defend. Like we're talking about someone like I don't know, throwing names out there. Let's just say Dylan Brooks, where you throwing a vet in there who's going to change the culture. That would make sense. Then I would agree with you.
Yeah,
But
I
Trey
mean, no,
Young
yeah.
doesn't address any of the concerns that they
N-
have now, other
right,
than a
but
playmaker. Like he's not addressing their
well,
defense. He's not
he's
addressing their
putting up
leadership.
numbers.
He's not
He's putting
addressing
up
the
numbers.
culture.
He's putting up numbers. You're not bringing Trey
Man,
Young
that's empty
in. You're not
calories, man.
bringing
Let's be
you're not
honest.
bringing in Trey Young to be a
Is he
you're
really
not
putting
and
up
you
numbers
On the
though?
Wizards, that would
Let's
be
let's
empty
let's let's be
calories, bro.
honest.
bro
Is he
on the
really
Wizard.
putting up numbers?
Yeah, why the hell would he not? Trey Young's gonna be doing Trey Young things. He's gonna be knocking down the threes. He's gonna be playmaking. He's gonna bro.
But how impactful are those numbers?
I don't think his numbers are
They're
gonna be very
winning.
impactful
So
when
for a
he's the
team
only.
that hasn't been used to winning, he's gonna make
They
everyone look and feel good. Yes, with time, he's gonna make other players look better than they looked before he got there. So yes, with time, the front office, the coaches, and the trainers and all that stuff will start to realize, like, all right, yeah, the younger guys now they're realizing they don't need the Trey Young that we initially got
Again, this
for.
is all being said, assuming that Trey Young is okay going over this. So I get what you're saying. I get where you're coming from.
Right.
Obviously,
Yes, this is
I
all
don't think
agreeing that
if I'm
both
Trey
parties
Young, and
agree.
obviously I'm not, but if I'm Trey Young, I don't think there's any way in the world he's gonna be like, yeah, let's go to the Wizards. I got
honestly,
you.
if
We're
I'm the
rebuilding.
Wizards, I'm like, nah, like it doesn't make sense. Like, I'm rebuilding.
Nah,
Like,
if I'm
why
the
am I
Wizards,
getting Trey
if I'm
Young?
the Wizards, I would. If I'm the Wizards, I'm taking Trey Young. Obviously, like what Lou just said, you're not coming in as a franchise player, but you are gonna come in as one of those pieces that we're gonna lean in a lot on to help find that franchise player. Whether that's gonna be Alex Sarr, whether that's gonna be Bilal Koulibaly or Keyshawn, whoever it's gonna be, you're not going to be the franchise player. But as of right now, you're going to be the guy that's going to be getting the ball, the first option, because you're going to be the veteran on that team until maybe someone else does come out and develops like for example, like an Anthony Black on the Magic type shit. Until they find someone like
Nah, they
that
don't
that
got an
comes
Anthony
out.
Blacks. It's only with the Magic.
Relax, all right,
It's only
relax,
But
with the
they're
Magic.
not
relax.
even close to being at a point like that. To me,
They're not.
that
I
just is
agree.
like if we were talking about the
They need
Bulls.
more.
I know they got Josh Giddey, but let's say hypothetically it was a
Ooh,
team like the Bulls.
ooh,
They were close
that'd be
enough to where you could be
interesting.
like, okay, now that it's accelerating their process.
Damn,
Then I
if you
would be
put
like, you
Trey Young
got a
on the
point.
Bulls,
Or even a
that'd be
team like
interesting.
I
Portland,
mean, that could be
like
an option.
without
It's
Dame,
not
like
far fetched.
same thing. But on the
Ooh, Trey Young
Wizards,
on
they're
the
just
Bulls would be
so
a
far from
lot of
competing,
legacy
bro. I
there.
just don't see it. I just don't. It just doesn't make sense for the Wizards or for Trey Young.
If we're gonna be honest, like fuck everything that we've been talking about.
They have 8 wins,
If we're gonna be honest, that was just a
9 wins.
team that has just came out of the dark, that emerged as an option, right? That has thrown their name in the hat for Trey Young. Now, I think we could all agree, which we once the rumor started coming out of Trey Young, um, potentially being out of Atlanta, we all agreed that his trade value is, for the most part,
Tanked.
non-existent. It's
Yeah,
very it's very hard to see him on it. Like that's why I didn't. When you guys asked, I can't see him on a specific team, right? Like Miami, I guess if I just looking at the roster and removing the one and only odd piece that would have to be included in the trade, which would be Tyler Hero, that's the only team I could really see him
who?
going in there and making an
Toronto?
immediate.
No,
I mean,
I like Lamelo better
Uh,
for Toronto than Trey.
oh
you said
man,
I
who?
don't think.
I don't know. Like
I
a Lamelo with a Brandon Ingram together on
Yeah,
the
but
same
Lamelo's
team. I
not
don't
on the
know.
no,
table
but
right now. He's not on the table right now. So if I'm the Raptors
shouldn't.
and I need a point, why not?
Oh
You know,
God, I don't
I
think
mean,
that's. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Who would you trade for? You
RJ
picking up
Barrett
who
and
now?
quickly
R.J. Barrett?
and
whoa,
quickly. Yeah,
Whoa.
you have to
I don't know. I don't know if you
Quickly,
do R.J. Barrett
yes.
and
to make
quickly.
the yeah.
Quickly,
You trade
yes.
Barrett too.
Oh,
No,
then
I don't think you
if
can
you got to
take
give up
Barrett.
Barrett, I say don't do it.
Then it's a
That's
no. Yeah,
yeah.
there's no point.
Well,
No point then.
Like
Why would
that's
I?
those three foundational guys, the Barrett, Ingram, and Scotty, those are untouchable in Trey Young talks. If you
Yeah,
ask me, if like
oh okay.
quickly
And
is
Trey,
definitely
I was
something.
about to say RJ Barrett untouchable. I'm like, what
for
world are
Trey
we
Young,
living in?
yes, I would say so.
For Trey
Yeah.
Young, he's untouchable.
Bro, his impact on
Yes.
that team, his defensive
It's a
impact, and
lot. It's a
offensively, he's
higher
made so
value
many
of than
strides,
Trey
bro.
Young.
And for
Whoa.
that
Yeah.
culture, for that team specifically,
Who is he
yes.
non-untouchable? Like, if non-untouchable is a word, who is he non-untouchable for then? If he's not untouchable for Trey Young,
I'm just saying
who's
for
he
Trey
untouchable
Young,
for?
because Trey Young's, remember, his value is tanked. And when you're considering Trey Young's tanked value along with
Yeah,
RJ Barrett's
you gotta
impact on
think
that team, he's
if you
untouchable
take
in
RJ
trade
Barrett
talks for him.
off and you put Trey Young, if you swap those two out, does that make
The
the
Raptors
that
get
team
worse.
better
Yeah, they
or
get
worse?
worse.
That makes them worse. Yeah, you gotta
Mm,
figure that, dude. Come
I don't
on,
know,
bro.
man.
RJ's defense is a lot better than Trey Young's non-existent
Everyone,
defense.
yeah. I mean, when it comes to like the defense, we know that Trey Young doesn't have it. But when it comes to
So
scoring,
that's the
there's
point
only a
then. That's
few
the point though.
people.
If
No,
I
so
know,
we're only making
yes,
trades off
if I
defense only. Then if that's
Nah,
the
dude,
case,
if
fit.
then
I
It's
we
off
ain't
of
know
making no
fit.
trades.
it's not a fit. If I know my team right now, my strength is the defense, and this is something that they have. This is their strength. Why am I gonna give that up to? Oh, he's gonna give me offense. I'm gonna get
You got
scoring.
Scotty Barnes.
Come on, dude,
You got Scotty
stop,
Barnes. Scotty
bro.
Barnes is a way better defender than RJ Barrett is.
Yes, he's a way better defender than RJ Barrett. But if I'm going
Brandon
to be
Ingram's a
giving up
good
an RJ
defender.
Barrett for, but what I'm saying is, you're
You said Brandon
Scotty
Ingram?
Barnes.
Brandon Ingram's he's a good defender. He's not a bad defender.
He's not better than RJ.
No. He's not better, but
Oh,
he's not
oh, oh.
bad. He's not like he. Those two alone make up for you losing out on the RJ Barrett defense, but gaining the offense and the playmaking that Trey Young bring. Don't get me wrong. The Raptors right now they're playing good with what they got. I'm always saying it with almost every team because it's true. Like if you could buff up that defense just a little bit. I mean, not that defense, that bench. Excuse me,
Defense.
that bench. Then they're pretty much set.
RJ and
Like I think they
quickly
got the
though?
team.
That's a lot. That's a lot, bro.
It's gonna have to be centered around one of those two players. Those two between Quickly and RJ Barrett. That's what the trade would be wrapped around. Is
And
centered around one of those guys.
honestly, I would
It
say
might have to
quickly
be
would be a
bench.
better fit on the Hawks anyway than RJ Barrett because now at that point you
Grady
get
Dick.
RJ Barrett, those wings, that wing room, bro, that's a little jam packed. I feel like Emmanuel quickly, yes, technically he's a point guard, but he's really more of an off ball scorer type guy. And I think with his skill set, he would match Jalen Johnson and Dyson Daniels' skill set a little bit better anyway. So I would honestly, if even if I'm the Hawks, if you're having conversations with the Raptors, I would center it around quickly anyway.
There's
Maybe
these are the
I'd
few
probably say
players.
Grady Dick. Maybe you probably have
Yeah,
to
I
probably
was gonna say
pick
these are
Grady
the
Dick
few
as
players
well.
that the trade would be centered
Or
around.
Grady Dick, yeah. I
Grady
like Grady
Dick,
Dick.
Yeah.
Grady Dick, Emmanuel Quickly, RJ Barrett, and I will throw Agbaji in there. He not that he it won't be centered around Agbaji, but he will be. I think he would be a throw-in filler that Atlanta would want because he fell out of that rotation
Wait,
for
you're
him
saying
too.
all four guys, or you're saying out of those guys?
No, out of those guys, out
Oh,
of those guys.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, all I'm saying is if you ask for RJ, it's gonna be a no for me.
Yeah, I agree
If
with
I'm
that.
it also
Toronto
just
and you're
depends
like,
too on
oh, I'm
if
gonna
Atlanta
give
throws in
you
somebody else in that trade with Trey Young. Because then if that's the case, that happens, or if that's the case, then it's a different
who
conversation.
Onyeka maybe Onyeka
Oh,
Okongwu.
brother, if you throw in a
If you
Kongu in that
if you
trade,
yeah,
sign me the
I'm
fuck
good.
up. Yeah,
Yeah, facts. If you throw
Oh yeah, that's
Onyeka Okongwu,
different.
yeah,
That's
that's
different.
GG's. Yeah, that's I'm good. Yeah,
and
we can do that. You can have
you could go
RJ.
past Jakob Portal at that point. You can move past him at that point. If you get
Yeah,
Okongwu,
exactly.
shit,
You get a Kongwu with Scotty Barnes, Brandon Ingram, and
Trey Young.
that's set right there. And Trey Young, yeah,
that's gonna
that's the team
be
right there.
that's a
That's
feisty
good.
a lengthy and tough
That's
team to score on
what I like about
in the
that is that
interior.
you have like you're gonna have length when it comes to those guys besides Trey Young, but that's what's good because when it comes to Trey Young, because obviously he's a shorter guy, you're gonna need to put pause length around him because he's gonna
Oh
get
yeah,
out rebounded.
absolutely.
He's gonna be doubled because of the type of offensive threat that he is.
I mean,
So
to
yeah,
be fair, to piggyback up with what you're saying, look at those years that Atlanta was successful and went to the playoffs. Look at the team that was surrounded around Trey Young at the time, like
Clint
the roster.
Capella,
Think Capella, DeAndre
what's
Hunter,
his name?
um,
Number 12,
DeAndre Hunter.
Collins, John Collins.
Oh, John Collins, he was
Was it?
20.
Yeah. John Collins, 20. Yeah,
Yeah,
John Collins was there at the time. He was a little bit of a lob threat for them too as well. So
and
yeah,
and
it's
that's
like
what Trey
whenever
Young
Trey
likes.
Young has lob
He likes
threats,
his lob
whenever
threats.
He's like Luca in a
Yeah,
sense. Like when he has centers around him that are athletic enough, he can do damage.
yeah.
And yeah, I agree. If you put him in the Raptors, that'll do damage. If you put him on the Miami Heat, you got Bam Adebayo, and then you also got Khalil Ware, assuming
Assuming,
that he
yeah,
stays on that
right, right.
team. You know, like there's a lot you could do there. There's a lot of things you can do. But I did want to move on because we touched a little bit about Trey Young, a little too much.
I love
What y'all think for
Trey.
predictions tonight? Knicks and Pistons tonight. Battle of the 1 and the 2 in the East. Who y'all got?
Well, I try to put the
Make it
fucking
quick.
game on, and it's saying that it's experiencing technical difficulties.
Oh, the game's going on right now. I don't. We ain't gonna talk about who's winning.
Let's go
Clearly,
Pistons.
I'm.
Oh, you can't make a prediction after it started.
Oh man, you well, the
That's
people
kind
that
of
are
cheating.
listening didn't know it started.
That's true.
What do
All
you?
right,
It hasn't
Pistons.
ended yet, dude. You can't make a prediction.
I
I mean,
got Pistons.
I'm always gonna root against the Knicks, so go
Yeah,
Pistons.
same. Yeah, go Pistons.
Y'all are some fucking
Detroit
haters.
basketball.
Everybody
Let's
from the
go,
And you know,
313, put your motherfucking hands up and follow me.
Hey.
anyways, now that we got that out the way, let's go Knicks. I hope you guys get the win tonight.
Shout out
Hope
to
they
Woohoo!
don't.
Eminem.
Yay! Lastly, Suggs, bro, out indefinitely MCL
Here we go
contusion.
again,
Man,
man.
rough.
Here we go again. Same old shit, man.
Yo,
Didn't we
what's
have this
going on, bro?
conversation last week when it
I
comes
think we
to
just
him and
even
the
consider
injury?
that y'all need to just trade him. You know,
Well,
it's
at this point,
funny.
it's
In
tough.
my two K system, I actually traded him to the Clippers. Believe it or not,
For
But
who?
what
he's
are you
doing pretty
gonna
good.
trade him for? Like, what are you
For
gonna
who?
get in return for a Jalen Suggs?
I don't remember who I traded him for actually, or who
Well,
it was for. I
honest,
think I just forced it through.
he said, "Fuck it, just give me picks."
I just
Honestly,
set them there.
honestly, with the type of pieces that we can get back for Jalen Suggs at this point, it doesn't really. You take what you can get, right? I think that we won't have to focus so much on trying to find a point guard. I think we have our point guard. If we were to look past and move on from Jalen Suggs, Anthony Black is next up.
Oh yeah,
The leap
sure.
that he's taken, the
I've
and
seen what
then
he's been doing.
if anyone has really watched the Magic play this season, and especially the games that Jalen Suggs hasn't played, Anthony Black plays so much better alongside Desmond Bain. He plays so much better
Oh yeah,
alongside
for
Franz,
sure.
and he plays so much better alongside Wendell Carter Jr. I think Paulo likes Suggs more for some odd reason. I think it's because of the defense intensity that he brings, and that leads to the fast break points. I think that's
You know what you guys could do? You guys could trade for Trey Young.
no.
Send
We
Jalen
have a
Suggs
point
to.
guard.
Oh, what you mean, bro? I mean, you guys would get better,
We got
right?
Anthony
Yeah, they got
back. We
Anthony
got Anthony,
Black.
but we don't
That's
need
the
him.
thing.
We don't
Yeah, they
need
got
him.
Anthony.
Washington needs anyone right now.
If we were talking about last year, then
Oh
yeah, I would
no,
have said do it. But
honestly,
this
I'm gonna be
year,
honest because I didn't. We obviously didn't have this podcast during the off season. Before we got Bane, when the season finished, my goal was go get Trey Young. I
yeah,
was all in
Funny
for
how.
getting Trey Young
And
until
now
we got
you're the
Desmond Bane.
advocate of sending him to the Wizards. That's crazy.
I'm an advocate for. I don't give a fuck. He's not.
If I
It
was
ain't.
you, I'd be an
That
advocate for
ain't my
sending him to
team.
the West.
Ain't my situation. But yeah, no, I think we got our point guard. Anthony Black is our point guard moving forward. If we do go past Jalen Suggs, the thing is that
if
all
y'all
these
trade Jalen
injuries,
Suggs, y'all need to get shooters, please,
we need
please
to
get
get shooters. We need
shooters.
to get shooters off the bench.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what
what
we
I'm
need.
saying. Y'all need shooters
Yeah,
off the bench. Y'all need depth. If y'all
yeah.
could go get shooters, bro, then at that point, then I'll believe okay,
We
y'all are
got the
real
pieces to
contenders.
trade, man. That's what I'm saying. Like we got the trade pieces to do it. It's just a matter of figuring it out. And I think it's a little tough right now to trade Jalen Suggs
Send him to
because
Minnesota. Go get Dante.
I would love that. I'd do that
Go
in a
get
heartbeat.
Dante.
I'd
Yeah,
do that in
No,
a fucking
y'all
heartbeat.
can't get Dante. I'm sorry, Dante's going back to New York
Oh yeah,
someday.
yeah. Someday, yeah. When he retires,
yeah, y'all definitely got the
when he works
money.
for the MSG network.
Yeah, the MSG network is
Hey
crazy.
man, you know once a Nick, always a Nick.
Sure, that's fine, but let him play a few years over here and help us win some.
Anyways, back to your busted ass MCL contusion guy, Suggs,
Damn.
out indefinitely. Not too sure what's gonna be going on
Oh,
with him and how.
indefinitely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
out
depending on
indefinitely.
how he
Oh,
reacts to treatment and stuff like that.
that means he's really fucked. damn,
Well,
there's
I
no
mean,
Yeah,
timetable.
dog.
it's always whenever he has
But
no timetables to his injuries, it's always lower body injuries, and
got some good news.
that's always the
So,
worst hit.
so, a positive note, you may have lost the old man Suggs, but you will be gaining back possibly soon within the same week the
Hello.
Franz brothers.
Oh, the Franz.
No, no, not Paulo.
You
Yeah.
said the
The
Franz
Franz Wag
brothers.
yeah, the
The
Franz
Wagner
brothers.
brothers, you mean?
I know what I said. I know what I said because
He
the
said.
Franz is the better brother.
I mean, no, yeah, no
But yeah,
shit.
The Wagners are coming back possibly within the same week as what I saw reported not so long ago. So that'll be pretty exciting because
We
you
need it.
know that you need it.
Yeah, we need
Yeah,
it.
like 100%. Like honestly, if you're able to get back Franz back, and even with Suggs being out, you guys are still able to compete
Oh
a
yeah,
lot
I'm not worried
better.
about it. We got
So
Anthony Black,
yeah,
Black Magic, baby.
yeah, facts. Black Magic, huh?
You like that?
Wow. Wow.
Hey,
Yeah,
That is kind
you
of.
know,
I ain't
once you
gonna lie.
go,
That's fire. That's fire.
that's
I ain't gonna
tough.
lie.
But nah, I
hey,
mean,
once you
no.
go black,
On a
you don't go
serious
back.
note, I mean, you're so stupid. On a serious note, yeah, I mean, I think we need Franz for sure back. I said it multiple times. I hope that we get the same Mo Wagner back because of
I
course
think
being
you
out with
will.
that ACL, it's tough, especially as a big man. It is tough to come back from an
I
injury
think
like
y'all
that.
will. I think y'all will still get the same bum. Sorry, I mean same player. Of
Oh,
course.
funny guy.
Yo, what's up with
But
y'all medical staff? Y'all medical staff seem like they ain't doing nothing.
bro,
Like,
I don't know what's going
They
on.
seem a little inept, right?
yeah, like, bro, what y'all acting like Philly right now? I ain't gonna lie. Like, this is bad. Everyone's hurt.
What you
Franz isn't hurt,
expect?
and then when Franz isn't hurt, Paulo's hurt, and then Suggs stay getting hurt. Wendell. Then you got Jonathan Isaac.
Well,
He's
luckily
never healthy.
Wendell's
So
been
it's
healthy
like,
this year.
yeah, but I'm
Luckily.
saying like normally, bro,
Yeah, no,
all the
no.
motherfuckers
Normally
be
he's
hurt.
always out. Yeah, normally he's always out. That's
And
why
I don't know
we
why you
relied
mentioned
so
Jonathan
much
Isaac
on.
as if like that was a big deal.
I mean,
No,
let's be honest.
I'm saying
Jonathan
in terms of
Isaac.
Irrelevant.
injuries.
Irrelevant.
Yeah, but those injuries of Jonathan Isaac that happened way before we got the team that we got now. He was just
Yeah,
out
but
for
John,
so long that he never really got to play with these guys right away until like maybe like a year or two afterwards because that's how long he didn't fucking go without playing.
man, at this point I take Marvin Bagley, damn it.
I mean,
Yeah,
shit,
right
I would
now.
too. I would
Yeah,
too.
right now. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I would. I take a good chunk of people before bro, I'm telling you, don't let me if you were to give me the reins to just do the minor tweaks that this team needs, bro, I got a game plan, like simple basic shit. Old school stuff, the nostalgic shit that Armani you know, gives a shit about, but those
Yeah, he's
things,
gonna go
those
get
simple
Al
things.
Jefferson. He's gonna go
Hey,
get him
bro,
an Al
you
Jefferson.
don't know about Al Jefferson, baby. Al
No,
Jefferson,
I
Mister, look
do.
what, bro?
Put him in
That
today's
boy was
game,
mean.
he would get cooked.
And what?
But Al Jefferson today's game get
Oh, in
cooked.
today's, yeah, of
That's
course.
what I'm
But
saying. You go get your whole bunch of Al Jeffersons,
nah, but
Michael Kidd
you show
Gilchrist.
some respect to Al
You
Jefferson's
go.
name now, boy.
He go get.
Al
Ah,
Jefferson was that dude, bro. He was nasty.
Yeah, he was
That
back
was back in the
then.
day when they had natural fours in the actual positions in the NBA.
Right.
So a power forward at that time when he was coming up didn't have to do the type of shit that they're doing now. Now, like how you said, they're gonna take him out to the perimeter. He's gonna get fried.
Yeah, you said old school, my boy. That's old school. There
No,
you
I said
go.
old school mentality with building a team. It's the simple things that you don't gotta overcomplicate. I think that analytics shit kind of fucked up a lot
Ooh,
of teams
yeah,
when it comes to that.
facts. I agree.
It's like
Yeah.
I like it to just know the information, but it's like, do you really have to construct your team around that over the numbers, or just old school, just
But you know
getting
who
a team
started that,
together?
bro? Not people will say Golden State. Golden State was
No,
like
they
the
didn't.
first shooting team, but it was Houston.
It was Houston, yeah,
But with
Houston with the
Daryl
James
Morey,
Harden,
bro.
yeah,
Daryl Morey went all in with analytics, bro, and
yeah.
it worked. It did work. Like
all in, huh?
they ended up damn near making the finals and winning it. So it's like, hey, people are modeling their team after that Houston team because in that occurrence, it did work. And honestly, not last year, Boston 2024 with Joe Mazzulla ball, same thing. They went all in with analytics and ended up winning the ring. So honestly,
All
I
in.
don't
Well,
foresee it stopping anytime soon, based off of what we've
the
seen success with already.
I mean, the
So the
success
whole
compared to
him.
the failures hasn't really done. Out of all that shit, you constructed teams and you've won. A team that's heavy analytical based only won what twice on paper. That's like guaranteed. Out
Mm,
of all the other years since James Harden, the years he was back in Houston, it's not a good percentage of odds, bro.
yeah, yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's true.
that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, that's true. I hear you
Like I
on
think
that.
I think you got to go back to the old school ways of building a team, bro. Just I mean, it's hard.
But what does that mean, though?
You having your main guy, a back like your secondary guy, and the rest of your starters are just the guys that complete that starting lineup, and then you just get your bench. Simple. You don't got to build your team off numbers. And that's what I feel like the majority of the teams are doing nowadays. Are just building teams off numbers. Not well, they'll build it off numbers based off the guy that they get, right? So, I'm trying to think of a team like the Jazz, for example. They drafted Ace Bailey, assuming Ace Bailey was guaranteed already a lock for. Or matter of fact, no bullshit. The Mavericks, Cooper Flag. They're gonna start now building the team around him based off numbers instead of who should we bring in to be the point guard of this team to make to like excel and break through the potential of Cooper Flag.
Yeah,
Who's the center that we could have that could help protect the paint? That's all we need him to do. We don't need a scoring big. We just need like a Tyson Chandler type of big.
honestly, they really only need a point guard, and they pretty much
Yeah, I was about
set
to
to
say.
build
No, I
around
know,
him.
I know. I'm just saying, like, but
Yeah,
they're gonna look at numbers.
I
You know what I'm
mean,
saying? They're gonna look at, oh, it's just true
realistically,
shooting percentage compared to this, that, in the
if
third, and it's like,
if
bro,
if they just get rid of Anthony Davis and they still keep Kyrie, I think they're solid. I don't know who they get for 80. That'd be the big kicker, obviously. That's a
not
huge
much.
thing, but I think they should keep Kyrie, honestly.
I mean,
Assuming
if they
he's,
keep
comes
Kyrie,
back and he's still doing what
yeah,
he
if they
did.
keep Kyrie though, I think they'll keep Kyrie before they keep AD. That's for sure. But
Oh,
I don't
for
think
sure.
I don't
Yeah, I
think
hope.
that they keep Kyrie long. Like he'll have, and that's even
I
if he comes
agree.
back
I
this year.
agree.
We don't even know. We don't even know
honestly
I
for
though,
you know,
sure.
if anything,
if you could get an 85% of what Kyrie was, then I
Before he
still
went
say
down,
that's worth keeping him because if you trade him, you're not gonna get anything for him. So I feel like in terms of the value you
yeah,
can extract from Kyrie, you're better off getting that play out of him and helping Cooper Flag develop rather than trading him for some bummy first round pick or whatever the case may be. So I ain't gonna lie, I like Kyrie on Dallas with Cooper. Like once he comes back,
I
that'll
do
be a
too.
really good fit. And
it
then they
would.
get
That's
Just
the
be a
just how
two
they
veteran
see
bigs.
it.
They
guard for
got
him.
Derek Lively. They got
It,
Daniel
wa-
Gafford
it,
still there.
And
PJ,
if anything, over time, maybe they do
Christie.
eventually trade him for somebody. Yeah, I was gonna say Christie does go develop over time, but maybe also too they do eventually trade Kyrie for someone else that may be a better point guard fit for them because maybe
Yeah.
age or whatever the case may be, or maybe at that point Kyrie just becomes the veteran guard. Who knows? Who knows what will happen? Because
Yeah.
we don't
Shit,
know if he
Max
comes back from
Christie.
his
Max
injury.
Christie he's been balling over there. He's been playing as
Hmm
of late. He's been playing really good.
Oh, and
Is that
Nimhard's
Max or
brother,
Cam? I thought
low
it was
key. Nimhard's brother, I forgot his first name.
Oh,
He's
Ryan
actually
Nemhard.
pretty good.
it's
Ryan Nimhard's
Yeah, yeah,
Ryan.
yeah,
actually pretty
Ryan. Yep.
good. So
Hasn't he
that's
been
another
starting for him?
piece. As of now,
I don't know.
I think so. Yeah, he
Their
is.
rotation is kind of all over the place because of injuries.
Uh,
So I wouldn't be surprised if
I,
they are.
I did see him in the starting lineup. I mean, honestly, they've been rumored to be linked to Kobe White. They've been linked
Ooh,
to
I
yeah,
like
they've been
that.
linked to Julius Randle.
Ugh.
Yeah, so they've been linked to a bunch of guys that it seems like they don't have no real reason to be in, or why Dallas should even be linked to those type of guys. I mean, the Kobe White one is
Julius
the only
Randle
one I'm
is
like
like
cool with.
the perfect player to put on a team when you're okay with having a couple of turnovers and a couple
Send him back to New
of
Orleans.
three.
Send him back to New
Shit.
Orleans. I like that actually. They could
Oh
use
man,
someone at least in New Orleans. He'll have free range to do whatever the hell he wants to do, and then
That New
at that
Orleans. Now,
point,
now that's a team. That's a team that gotta. All the other teams in the NBA gotta call them and get some of these good players out of there, man. Fucking
oh
Herb
yeah,
facts.
Jones,
Trey
Trey
Murphy.
Murphy, Jose Alvarado. Get them boys
Jose
out of there.
Alvarado for sure. I'll take
Dejounte
him.
Murray too. Get them out of there.
I think they should just go ahead and take that team apart and just go ahead and just eeny, meeny, miny, mo, the players.
What do
Call
you
it a
even
day.
do with Zion at this point? Like, there's
Trade him for
nothing you
Bad
whatever.
can
product.
do.
I
Trade him for
Literally.
told you,
cash
you just
considerations if you could.
have you guys heard of a great player named Ben Simmons? Ask him. That's what you should do.
Ew. Nah, he's not at that
The
level. I
difference
ain't gonna
is
lie.
that this guy's actually playing
Yeah.
I know.
at least. And you know what's funny?
Hey,
You know what I was just thinking about too is that you remember like what maybe a few months ago. Obviously, it was like right, it was before December, I'm sure, where
Hmm.
the news came out that Zion was going to be out again. He came
Hmm.
back and like no noise was made out of it. Like it was just kind of like, oh, he's back. Before it used to be such a big deal. You remember when, like,
yeah.
especially towards the early times of his career, like, oh, Zion's finally coming back. He's
Yeah, but you
healthy.
have to
No
also
one's falling
understand
for
too.
it
I mean,
anymore.
Yeah,
it's not
exactly.
even
That's
just
what I'm
that,
trying
but
to get at. That's what I'm getting at.
it's not
Yeah.
even just that, but that organization is also at all time low for everything. I mean, the seatings is low right now. I think we were talking about that they were offering lower bowl seats for like $20 and shit.
Yeah.
So
I think it was
that's
against
part
the
of the
game
reason.
against Memphis.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why no one really cares about him returning or not. Because let's be honest, no one really cares to go to a Pelicans game. The only reason you go to a Pelicans game is probably to watch the top teams, and even then, I'd rather watch it on TV than go to the actual game.
I
But
mean,
honestly, that's mainly because of Zion. That's his fault. Like when Zion first was in New Orleans, they were lit. Like
yeah, they
those,
were hype.
they were sold out. They were lit. But because they don't have nothing to be excited about anymore, not only because of Zion, but he's a
You're right.
big
That's
reason
true.
for it. At that point, they just stopped showing up. They're like, okay, we know what's gonna happen. We're gonna get excited. We're gonna show up. He's gonna get hurt again, and then we're just gonna keep coming to these games, and no one's gonna even play. So at that point, shit, the fans just gave up. They're like, at this point, we're good. We not even gonna
Yeah.
spend the $20 to go sit in the lower bowl because it's not worth it anymore.
Mm,
We know
At
what we're
all.
gonna get out of
I
this. Not
mean,
only
Might as
the
bro,
well
team,
sit in the
but the
comfort of my home.
organization.
how does it go so wrong after you guys had that nice run that one year
Mm.
Yeah, in
with
the playoffs. That's right.
yeah, bro, like how does it go
Forgot about that.
so wrong for you? Like you
That
guys
was
had a
actually
good
with
thing going.
Alvarado too, because he was getting those steals too. That's when they were talking so
Yeah.
much about Jose GTA. They kept
Yep.
call him that.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know what fell off. Was it Zion's injury? Was that what happened afterwards? And then
I think
just
it was well, I think it was that. I think it was just like I
oh,
just
and
think it
then they
was
also did acquire Dejounte Murray, and then he had that
yep.
injury.
Mhm. I was just about to say, yeah, that
Yeah,
well, I mean, he barely played for them.
yeah, because he got injured, ACL injury.
But
I
yeah,
think that's what it was. ACL or was it
He
Achilles?
broke his
One of the
hand
two.
and then he
he broke
tore
his
his.
wrist and then his like
Yeah,
what? Not even a few games in, he fucking ended up tearing his Achilles like that within
Yeah.
there's
I
something
want to say it
going
was
on,
not even
bro.
I want to say it was not even a full month in, bro.
Yeah, there's something going on in that organization, bro. Well, like with again,
Something
the
in that
medical
water.
team. Everyone gets hurt in New Orleans. There's no exceptions. Like, knock on wood, I hope Jeremiah Fears and Derek Queen, like I hope they stay healthy. But bro, Zion's been hurt. DeJounte's been hurt. Trey Murphy's been hurt. Herb Jones has been hurt. Like everyone has been hurt in New Orleans, bro. Like that's ridiculous. Like there's something I don't know. They gotta make some changes in that staff or in the organization in general because the ineptitude with that team from the top down, bro, it's bad. It's real. It's bad. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna lie.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
it's pretty terrible. It's god awful. But moving on though, last thing here, well, last two things we got covered because we have gone over a shit ton. We appreciate y'all being here with us. But out of all the older vets, and I'm talking about the Currys, the LeBrons, KDs, and I'm gonna throw in Paul George too because he's pretty much dying a class now.
Rated
Who
G.
has a better who has a better chance of making it in the playoffs, further in the playoffs, I should say? Who y'all think? Curry, KD, LeBron, or Paul George?
Believe it or
They all got
not,
interest. They all
Paul
got interesting
George.
teams right now, right? Isn't that
Believe it or not,
crazy?
yes, Paul George, bro, which is crazy. I can't believe I'm saying that, but
I
it's
said the
mainly
same thing when I looked at this.
but yeah, bro, it's mainly because of the team. The emergence of Tyrese Maxey as the number one option in the franchise guy. Obviously they got some of their guys back with what's his name? What's his name? Nail polish. What's his name? I'm blanking out.
Jared McCain.
Yeah, Jared McCain. They got Jared McCain back. They got Quentin Grimes. VJ Edgecombe is one of the more promising rookies. And
It's
then on top of
VJ
that,
Edgecombe.
that's
Okay,
why I said
I'm not no
Edgecombe.
VJ. In no, you're saying
Edgecombe, same
Edgecombe.
shit. Tomato, tomato.
Edgecombe.
VJ
Do you brush?
Edgecombe.
Do you
Edgecombe.
comb your hair or do you comb your hair? I'm sorry.
Edgecombe.
There we
Anyways,
go.
and then obviously Joel Embiid, if healthy, which probably not. That's the cherry on top. If he's healthy, that does help. So honestly, in that East, with Tyrese Halliburton hurt and with Jason Tatum hurt, I say Philly, bro. I honestly don't see any of the other old dudes making it that far. Even Houston, like Houston, I don't even really see them going past the second round. So, yeah.
That's crazy to think that the Paul George is on a team that's more competitive than the other three. Interesting to think. Well, I thought that was a funny thought. And lastly, here, yo, y'all seen that girl Audi Crooks from Iowa State?
Fine self.
Hey
Come on
yo,
now, Armani. Come on, man. I know. Come
hey,
on, man. You seen her, right, bro? She's damn near averaging 29 points per game for Iowa State. They
my
just suffered a
boy,
loss not
that's
too long
Vita
ago.
Vea, bro. That's Vita Vea on the
Yo,
court, bro.
chill, bro.
Yo, that's crazy.
You're wild.
Funny story though.
Uh,
That's actually her uncle. Funny story.
Word?
No, I'm just kidding.
I was about
Oh,
to be like, get the fuck out of here, you lying
I didn't
ass.
say. I could see the
Yo,
resemblance.
Come
that's
on, bro.
crazy.
Yo, she's cute, bro. She got a pretty face.
She's
She got a pretty
she's
face.
Yeah,
she's
she's got a
she's
beautiful smile.
she's
Hey,
good
I
at
only brought her up
basketball.
because you remember. Hey, you remember earlier what you
I
said?
hate you, bro.
What
You're
you
so
said, Lou.
annoying.
Lou, would she make the team? You said that. Hey, you don't mind bigger girls. Does she fit
No,
the?
but I'll tell you the reason why. She's too tall. Like she's too tall.
You don't climb trees?
Ah,
What?
what's wrong with trees, bro?
You don't
You
climb
don't
trees,
climb
my boy?
trees?
If I don't climb, there was a time when I was younger that I tried to climb a tree and I fell, hurt myself really bad, and been scarred ever since. So no, don't like climbing trees.
Sometimes,
Damn.
when you fall down, it's just a matter of getting right back up,
Oh,
man.
I got back up. I just never went back up the tree.
He learned his lesson.
Damn,
That
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
feel you. I feel you.
yeah,
I
yeah,
feel you.
yeah, yeah.
damn. He couldn't handle that tree, basically.
Is
All
that a
right.
tree or is
I'll
that
ride
like more
around a
like a
bush. I'll ride around a bush and stuff like that. But
So
no
you ain't
trees.
climbing trees, but you'll ride a bush.
Yep,
Okay,
you
a
got it.
that's
You heard
fair.
it. You
bush?
heard
That's
it.
fair.
You heard it here first.
First over here, he rides bushes, people.
Yes,
Oh
sir.
wow.
Bush, bush, bush gang.
Bush rider.
Bush rider. Oh man.
With, with that being said, man, that is all I have for you guys, man. That's it. That's about it. That was a wild
That
one.
damn, what an episode to start the new year, episode 5, over 2 hours long. We appreciate you
Yo,
guys for sticking around. If you're still here with us,
Don't say we ain't never
we
did nothing for y'all.
yeah, right.
yo,
There's gonna be
facts.
plenty of other things,
And
but this is just one of the few of the proud.
Make sure you get your
the
W.
many
Don't forget.
Yeah, go get your dubby, man.
facts.
Yes, dubby.
Be
Lack
be
Pod
better
10 at checkout for your first 10% off your first order.
on your first order.
Your first
Yes,
order only.
sir.
Let's get that straight.
Hey,
First order only. All right. Well, hey, good episode. Much love. We'll see you guys next week. Muchachos. Hasta
actually,
hasta mañanas.